event is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 3.9% APR financing and up to $3,500 cash with approved credit for qualified buyers. But that's not all. Suzuki Fest is underway with 2.9% APR financing for 36 months for qualified buyers. And get the hottest ride of the summer with the Yamaha Slingshot with no money down or 5.99% APR financing for qualified buyers or $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Plumbing problems can drive you plumb crazy. Not anymore. Use your head. Call Olmsted to take care of all of your plumbing needs. Olmsted Plumbing has been serving this area since 1973. That's over 50 years. Plumbing problems can happen anytime, and anytime is not a good time. From slow toilets to leaky pipes to clogged drains, Olmsted Plumbing can do it all. Just call 828-245-7302 or visit the website at olmstedplumbing.com. Like we said, use your head. Call Olmsted. Olmsted Plumbing, you'll be glad you did. At Baxter & Sons Roofing, they want to take your roof to the max because you're tops with us. For over 35 years, Baxter & Sons has been serving this area with the very best in roofing, siding, and gutters. They work on residential and commercial roofs. And you can call for a free estimate, 704-629-4064, 704-629-4064. They are dedicated to providing you top quality roofing, and they value their customers like family. Take your roof to the max. Call Baxter & Son Roofing. Online at maxbaxter.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
We might not be able to hear JP again today. That might be a good thing.
Come on now.
We're gonna go with that. But good morning, everybody. Welcome.
Thank you for your attempted intro there, JP.
Yeah, whatever's going on in there. Good job. Happy Saturday. I'm Kevin Hastings, along with Terry Reinhardt and Chip Carter and Tom Sinafani, and JP's in the studios today, and we're getting him going and seeing. I'm gonna have a good show today. We've got a little baseball, a little football, basketball, golf, maybe some NASCAR, a little high school football scores, and more. But want to welcome everybody. Good morning here on KDC Broadcasting. JP, I guess I don't know if he's got breakfast for us or not, but we do have some like news and updates basically on last night's games.
Partial scores
for the lightning delays and everybody. So I'm gonna let Chip read the black scores, which are the final scores. All right. Then I'm gonna let Terry read the active scores, which are the red scores. And then Tom can tell you the cancellations and the games that we didn't even get any scores, so we're still guessing on those. And I'm going to look some others up and see if I can get anything updated while y'all do that. Can we handle that, team?
I think we can handle that.
All right, team, go.
All right, final scores in black. We got West Lincoln Rebels defeated Cherryville Ironman 52-0. T.C. Robertson defeats East Rutherford 40-32. North Lincoln over Lincolnton 41-14. West Henderson defeats Hendersonville 35-19. Mount Airy over East Surrey 28-7. Hickory shuts out Newton Conover 34-0. Bunker Hill wins big over St. Stephen's 48-7. Smoky Mountain shuts out Swain 21-0. West Iredell defeats West Caldwell 28-19. Freedom over East Burke 12-7. And the last final score that we've got on record is Mitchell defeating McDowell 34-24.
All right, active scores. Crest leads Burns 26-14. East Lincoln leads Forest View 14-0. It was AC Reynolds 27, Shelby 13. On down the list, Wilkes Central is losing to Alexander Central 27-14. No score on the next game, so I'm not even going to mention it. So Charlotte Country Day leads. That's too far away from me.
Hold on.
Hey, that might help me out. Community School of Davison 14-0. Other active scores: Bandy's leads Fred T4 24-6. It was Hunter Huss losing to High Brighton 13-0. Kings Mountain leads Cox Mill 14-7. Pisgah leads Inca 49-14. Asheville Irwin is losing to Mountain Heritage 32-27. That's one that me and Chip spoke of last night. Tuscola leads Polk County 21-14. Lake Norman and Winston-Salem Prep are tied 6-6. Other scores: Bessemer City leads North Gaston 8-7. It was South Caldwell 46, RS Central 14. Statesville leads Lake Norman 14-7, and Knoxville Catholic leads Brevard 19-14.
There's a Catholic school in Knoxville?
That's what it says.
How did that happen?
We're spreading out, man.
Oh, the Fighting Chip Carters. All right.
He's got 12 kids, Tom.
Okay. So, I get what's left. There is no score between North Wilkes and Ashe County. I guess it got rained out. I did see a big blob over Ashe County, so they did not get that game in. West Charlotte and Monroe were not able to play. And then scanning down there, Starmount and North Iredell also not able to play. Chase and Kramer not able to play. Catawba Ridge Copperheads. What a name. Say that 5
Yeah, I
times.
know. Yeah.
East Gaston Warriors. No score in that game. There's an X, meaning we got no report.
That means they didn't even kick off in their game.
Okay.
So the other ones we think may have kicked off. We don't even have scores.
Okay.
The zeros, the X's are. We know they didn't even kick off in those games.
Bonnie Cone. Bonnie Cone Academy.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Bonnie Cone is? The woman that wouldn't let UNC Charlotte have football for about 40 years. Thank you, Bonnie Cone.
She's got a football.
She's got a football team in high school.
Yeah, but there's a football team in high school. Yeah, she's probably just literally rolled over in her grave.
Define irony.
Yeah. So Bonnie Cone and Highland Tech. If you had the spread in that one, sorry, you're going to have to wait. And then Covenant Day Lions and the Mountain Island Raptors did not play. So somehow Tom gets all the least exciting reading the scores of people who didn't play.
You guys will complain about anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter.
He even missed
We
one.
went left or right.
He even missed one. He didn't get Charlotte Christian and South Point.
He didn't even do his job
Charlotte
right.
Christian.
He ended up doing his job badly there, Terry.
Charlotte Christian and South Point did not play. I'm just wondering, how does East Gaston get Catawba Ridge on the schedule? I mean, how does that even happen?
One phone call.
Bonnie Cone. Bonnie freaking Cone? I mean, how
Is
do you get
that bothering you, Tom?
Well, how do you get that on the schedule? I mean, how do you even find these teams? I never heard of Bonnie Cone Academy.
I do think that it pains me to say, and Terry and I talked about it briefly, just because it's my alma mater. I do think that Mountain Heritage Irwin scores final as well.
Okay. If you want to confirm that,
On Max Preps, it looks like it's final.
okay. Well, we're gonna
Chase, but that's why I couldn't get. I was listening, and I knew that Chase had a tough one. Their opener. I was hoping they would bounce back. You know, Coach Cogdell, my buddy's over there coaching him. But if that game was in Gastonia, that's why I didn't get. Gastonia got the worst of it.
Yes.
anything near I-77 quarter was canceled or lightened it out so early that it just started there. Some of the ones for the update. If you click on today's on Max Prep scores, that some of them are wrong. It's got Shelby. It's got Shelby down 58-7 right now in the third quarter. They're in the second quarter, and it's Reynolds 27, Shelby 13. So if you folks looking at the live scoreboard there, online currently right now on Max Preps, it's definitely today's are wrong. Yesterday's scores look right, but today's scores. I think whoever does the scoring must be an AC Reynolds person, and they're just playing with people right now.
No, that wouldn't surprise me.
So that game was at Shelby, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
so
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They are. It's about not jumping to conclusions. The next play is an attempt to cut into the lead a little bit more. Be 27-14. Shelby had just scored, and they were having that extra point kick.
So they were down 27-7.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, they had just scored. I think when Coach Steve DeGree told us last night, and I think the first play coming out of the suspension will be an extra point attempt for Shelby.
So let's see if some of these games on Monday. Maybe I've got some updates. It's got you don't have you guys score for Monday even listed.
Kings Mountain played Cox Mill.
Looks like Chase and Stuart Kramer will play Tuesday at 6:00. So Tuesday at 6:00. We'll wonder if we can do this. Let's go. TUE. How about T? I can't even do it. Tuesday 6th. How about that? So
right.
there you go for Stuart Kramer and Chase. For you folks online, I'm trying to find any of the other ones that have moved around. For, of course, Tom, you guys 26-14 in the third quarter, correct? When you guys were
10 minutes. I think it's 10 minutes, 28 seconds left to go. Burns just forced a 3 and out.
What a
Got the
mess.
ball back.
That's all I got to say. What a mess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to write down the finals, and you had to keep looking everywhere.
I told you these boys complain about anything.
Well, it's just it is.
Well, see, Tom's complaining, but last week I didn't even get to do a score, and Tom's in here complaining about, I have to do these.
No, I'm just
I
saying.
know, that's why I made sure you went second there, 'cause you didn't even get to go last week, so I was making sure.
That's okay. Tom jumped in.
So
I'll
where
take
did stat wise, where did Ponder end up with, guys?
Greg,
299, wasn't it?
yeah, you'd share it, Terry. That is something for you
he
to brag on.
had a good second most rushing yards in West Lincoln history. We had him down 11 carries, 299 yards.
Now,
on
I'm
the
guessing
day.
he's number 5.
And 6 touchdowns. Yes, number 5.
Could you not find him another yard?
They wouldn't.
They might miss.
They were about
one,
to
Tom.
score.
That's all I can
That's
say.
got to be
I'm
the
not
worst
like it.
scorekeeping ever. Who fired the scorekeeper?
He was on the field in the fourth quarter.
He was.
and they were about to score again. He could have broke the school record for touchdowns in a single game, but they went with one of their backups to hand it off in their last touchdown. They had 8 touchdowns. He did 6. He scored 6 of them.
He could run a little bit.
Yeah.
That's it. Got to be Darren's kid.
It is.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure is.
He came back. Tom, it was impressive. He'd come and I say this relatively speaking, Cherryville would do a good job, kind of bottle him up one run. He'd have maybe a 7-10 yard gain, and then the very next run he'd break out. I mean, he had 3 runs of over 30 yards. He had 2 runs of over 60 yards.
So if Al Bundy got a TV show for 3 touchdowns in a single game,
What should Greg Ponder
does Greg Ponder get a Netflix series for 6 touchdowns?
Pretty sure
in
it's
a
5
game?
touchdowns. Wasn't it Al Bundy had 5 touchdowns?
3 is all it was. Yeah.
My God, now you're complaining about
It
touchdowns.
should have been 5. 5 would have sounded more impressive, but I think that was the funny part because it was just impressive enough to, I got 3 touchdowns, but not impressive enough to be like, that's amazing.
He could have did the old Uncle Rico. It'd be 5 touchdowns if I'd just been stayed in the game.
Right? Yeah, they would have took him out. He would have.
You see, that's we was talking about that last night. This is the problem that West Lincoln had last week with the new offensive line. That you getting to know your blocks and where to be. Yeah. And there were some holes last night for Ponder. I mean, he could have drove trucks through them.
Yeah,
Tom, if you look hard enough on this highlight, you can see Chip and Terry right here in this little bitty corner over here where where the mouse is.
Okay.
That's I think that's their heads.
I need you to zoom in on that for me, Kevin.
Right. As close as I can.
Bring it in.
Pretty good crowd up there,
It
too.
was good turnout. Both schools. Good turnout.
That's as good as I can get.
West Lincoln's always going to follow their people, though. I give them credit of
Terry's head's about to explode right there.
I guess
I'm just hunting Andre.
Cherryville had a little Cherryville had a little momentum coming in after that opening day win, and they've not really been competitive against West Lincoln, so they probably had some aspirations of being competitive. But you said, Terry, that Cherryville's got some good players.
They do.
Just hurt themselves with some penalties.
Well, Tom, in my day, it would have been offensive for us to lose to them. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Well, I mean, this is a series.
And he knows it too.
And you go back to 2009. I'll put it like this. You go back to 2009, it was 17-16.
Yeah.
That's how close this series was.
Yeah.
And then, now West Lincoln's won 13 of the last 14.
Well, y'all doubled your school population, basically.
I mean,
has it for the most part?
Well,
I can't remember. I can't remember the exact number.
I ain't going to say doubled it. I mean, we probably gained maybe 100 kids.
And they've lost. They've lost 100 or 2.
Yeah, probably.
He's probably been the other.
But
way.
now I will give Coach Bowman a lot of credit for the young men that he's got that's come out to play. I mean, it's not like you're looking across there and it's a Highland Tech where you only have 16, 17 kids. He's got a good crew over there.
He's got a
with him.
JV too, doesn't he? I think he has.
I think so.
JV.
Now I'm not going to say that for a fact.
West Lincoln has JV. Right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
They're Cherryville's definitely. We talked about it a lot last night, and we'll talk about it throughout the season too. Coach Bowman just trying to. It's his first year building his own culture, trying to establish the program up. So
he's got some good athletes.
yes, he sure does, and we saw that last week too.
So probably on my account, as far as our highlights go, this is probably the play of the night. Last night coming from Shelby. This is sophomore wide receiver. Tyler Morgan, and a great little pass here from the quarterback as well, just putting it right on him. But nice little video there.
It's a great camera view too
from RJ Roop. I love it when they throw it right to our cameraman.
Yeah.
You know what? But if you look,
Makes everything look
if you
good.
look at the DB, he does exactly what he was coached to do.
Mm-hmm.
He's got him there. He's he's between the receiver and the ball.
The quarterback
It was just dropped in a bucket.
The quarterback just put a good.
Well, I'll show
But
you.
look at the DB. He turns around. He like reads the receiver.
I'll show you.
And I spot him. I got him.
Right. He turns and looks for the ball so he doesn't get the penalty.
Well,
Oh, that's not nothing there.
no. What I'm going to say is, here's the problem, Tom. And for you DBs out there, and I don't know what you coached, what you taught, but I'm going to tell you, this is mine. I always want to know where the ball was, not as much as where the man was, because I can take a step or two and catch back up with him. I watch these DBs on TV in college, and every time they're watching their man instead of the ball, they get one dropped in the bucket on them like this, Tom. So what I'm saying is that he was lost when he did this right here. He's beat. As a quarterback, you're dead meat. I see the back of your helmet, Terry. You're dead meat. As a corner, I don't want to show you the back of my helmet. That's what I always thought. So a good quarterback like this kid right here just throws a wonderful pass, like Tom just said, and dropped it right in his spot. And that's probably illegal, the arm guard to the face, whatever that is.
That's incidental contact.
But for you DBs out there, when you get beat, you better turn and go and find that ball, because if you don't find the ball, because he's already lost the ball. Ball's in the air. Ball's in the air. He has no idea. Still don't know. Look. He's looking at the quarterback now, and the ball is over his look. So
on the flip side of that, Kevin, you and Coach DeGree talked about this last night with one of their interceptions. Well, you pointed it out. You think you saw the Shelby receiver.
Same kid.
He turned his head just at the exact wrong time as the quarterback was putting the ball up in the air.
Right. Quarterback was winding up here, and he turned to look back and see who was behind him. When he turned back, the ball was already in the air.
I was on my way back from West Lincoln and heard you talking about that.
And so I'm not saying they can't do that and they can't find it that way. What I'm saying is that a lot of practice, I tell you, they do drills.
Yeah.
I trust me. He'll do that drill this week where they throw the ball and he won't. So what you do is you turn your back and they'll throw the ball and you turn around and catch it in the air. You find it. They'll do that drill 10 times this week on that. There's a young guy, first time being out there. He's killed it the past 2 weeks. Tyler Morgan for Shelby. Remember that name. And he might be a big key in tonight's victory if Shelby can come back tonight. They're going to look for more from Tyler Morgan. Great pass and catch there from Shelby. That again, Tom, you're 100% right. He did everything right, but he lost the ball.
Look, this problem is you did a wonderful breakdown. But the reason why this is a touchdown is because that DB's 5'9" and not 6'4".
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because he's got his hand there. He's doing everything.
There's the gap.
Everything but he's just not tall enough, and the receiver's taller than
Now,
him.
me and
then
Chip
drops
had
in
the very
bucket. Yeah.
opposite
Yes.
last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Gideon Allen being 6'3" compared to the guy that he was guarding,
Ray Sean
5'10".
Ray Sean
Yeah.
Sewell, yeah. And
That's
it was
what I'm
almost
saying.
an interception.
Yes.
I mean, it got
We had the opposite.
Patterson was on. Andron Patterson, the quarterback for Cherryville, was on the move and just obviously run or throwing on the move. Ball got away from just a little bit. Sewell's a small target, so the ball sailed a little bit on both of them. Went over Sewell and went by. And who was Allen?
Gideon Allen.
Yeah, Gillen out, and he all of 6'3", and it basically just almost fell in his lap. And I think it caught him by surprise, like, oh, look what I've got here, and he dropped it almost interception.
Tom, you remember Randy Moss, obviously.
Vaguely.
So, he's famous for throwing up the hand.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the key. When he sees that DB's helmet to the back of that quarterback, he throw up a hand. Yeah. And that's that quarterback's choice. I want to go this shoulder, whatever I feel. And that's what I'm saying. When you see the back of that helmet and you can get it there, he's about dead to me. But he did make a great job getting back to it. Like you said, if he's just a little bit taller, he might have tipped it. Yeah. But I ain't going to hate on anybody for – I'll say you missed the step before I say somebody's too short to play something. How about that?
Yeah. I'm not saying he's too short. The Shelby kid's 6'3".
He's like 6'3".
Yeah.
He's a big kid.
He can't coach height.
Technique-wise, at the point of the catch, he did everything he could, Tom. You're exactly right.
When I coached basketball and there'd be like a 5'10" or 5'11" girl that couldn't walk and chew gum, I said, I think I need to cut that girl. And somebody would say, you can't coach height. You can't coach height. I'm like, okay, I'll keep her then.
What just happened?
I don't know. Just keep going.
You can't coach. Is it true? You can't coach height. You can't coach it.
I can't. Well, last night, Traylon Boss, senior for Lincoln, and put on a little bit of a show. He got missing twice last night for some big runs up at North Lincoln. Here's one of them right here. Let's hit the sound button on that one if we got some. There we go. Let the folks at home hear the Lincoln crowd. And Terry, this is how you know you're gone when the home crowd calls your name at the 15-yard line.
Number 4, Traylon.
Yeah, that's right.
He didn't say Nine's got a chance.
And that was the North Lincoln.
That's at North Lincoln.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
It's at North Lincoln.
The home team called the away team touchdown with this man like 2 yards away from the 15. That's
a little bit of inter-county love right there.
Oh, he was gone. He had a good night. I don't know the exact numbers on it, but
North Lincoln
I'll find another
did
one.
they finish that game?
Yeah, 41-14 North Lincoln.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find the other.
I mean,
one.
they're
So North
efficient
Lincoln must be really good.
Well, the reason I'm being, I talked to a few coaches from West Lincoln, and they said the techniques and how they stay with their stuff. And me and Chip went over that because I remember a couple teams that I was always like, if you go to Mount Pleasant, they are going to be in the game. Charlotte Catholic's going to be in the game. You're going to beat yourself before they beat their self.
That was one of the things that always stood out to me last year about watching North Lincoln. I think the coaching staff is pretty much the same as last year, and they have a lot of returning players. Terry mentioned that last night during the broadcast, but they are just so fundamentally sound.
Yeah. Here's the other run from Boss, like 90 yards on this one.
And these are the 2 touchdowns that they had.
Yeah.
Is North Lincoln is 3A though, right?
Yes.
They are 3. That's right.
So, again, 2 long runs. This looks like the ball's right at the 10 or 11.
Yeah, they're inside their own red zone right there.
Looks like the goo out there, doesn't it, Terry?
Yeah, but that's scary. I mean, you have to think the 2 scores that Lincoln had were long runs.
Terry, as an offensive line coach, you like this
Yeah, I was about to say, look at that's not.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a chasm.
Opened it up.
Talking about driving a truck.
Yeah.
Good blocking. We'll give some credit to the Lincoln offensive line, and Boss finds the hole, and he gone.
That DB didn't have a chance.
Yeah,
No.
dude, what just
No.
slip that tackle.
Gonna wrap up.
No, the one DB took one step to the right.
Oh, I was talking about
It
the
was
one
over.
that didn't tackle.
See, watch. It's not
This one
there.
right there.
Oh, that missed tackle.
Come
If you go
on,
before
kicker.
that-
Make the play.
If you go,
Kick? That's the safety. The backside corner.
Well, I'm just saying he looked like a kicker.
look
Never
at the
mind.
Other guy there.
Not a big kid.
Kevin.
No, he's not a big
If you look at the other guy,
Yeah.
he like puts his foot in the ground and it just makes him look silly.
It's tough out there, Tom.
Yeah, it is tough out there.
Tough. Not everybody can tackle Leon Johnson.
Nope.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, I got one more. You were asking about the Chip, about the pick. Shelby, this is the play I'm talking about. If you'll watch, just watch right here. Right. All right. So the receiver is this golden line helmet right here.
Okay.
And the quarterback is winding up right about now.
Just turned his head really quick.
Yep. He just turned his head. Watch it. He looks up the field.
Yep.
Sees where his people are. Quarterback's in motion. Throws the ball. Doesn't catch the ball back. Ball is behind him. And the DB riding his hip makes the pick. And boom.
But to your point, Kevin, I think just not that slight quick head turn. Just I think if nothing else, it doesn't allow the receiver the chance to really kind of defend against that.
Once you do that once, you'll never do it again. He'll figure it. Once he did, he'll know that again. You feel like stupid. Like I've missed a pick six one time, and I'll sleep in my or I'll roll over my deathbed thinking about that when it went through my hands.
Yeah.
but there's some you just think about, and he'll fix that next time. But good night all around. Tom, you guys at 7 or 6 Monday?
7. For some reason, they want to do 7.
Okay, so we'll do 7 at Monday night for Burns and Crest. Tonight we got Shelby and AC Reynolds. All right, JP. One more time, we're going to go through the scores. Tom, which ones would you like to do that would make you happy?
I know, Tom. My
I
God.
I want to go by column like we.
All right. So,
Oh, you don't like jumping around everywhere.
No, because I missed one and then I got yelled at.
all right, Tom, which one you want?
I'll do the one on the left.
Okay. Tom, go ahead.
All right. Crest ahead of Burns, 26-14 in the third quarter. West Lincoln defeats Cherryville, 52-0. East Lincoln in a suspended game, 14-0 over Forest View. AC Reynolds up on Shelby. That's a second quarter score, right? 27-13. Robeson defeats East Rutherford, 40-32. North Lincoln defeats Lincoln in 41-14. West Henderson defeats Hendersonville, 35-19. Suspended game, Alexander Central was ahead, 27-14 over Wilkes Central. Ashe County, North Wilkes never really got started, so no score, no makeup date. We don't know. Charlotte Country Day, 14-0 over Community School of Davidson in another suspended game. Mount Airy defeats East Surrey 28-7, and Monroe and West Charlotte suspended with no score. Terry?
All right, let me do that this way, Tom. I'm going to do your finals first, and then I'll fill in the rest of them.
There you go. Look at this.
It's Hickory defeats Newton Conover 34-0. Bunker Hill over St. Stephen's 48-7. It was Bandy's over Fred T. Ford 38-12. On down the list, it was Smoky Mountain defeating Swain County 21-0. Pisgah over Inca 49-14. Mountain Heritage defeats Asheville Irwin 32-27. All right, games that are in process. It's High Brighton leading Hunter Huss 13-0. Kings Mountain over Cox Mill 14-7. It was Tuscola 21, Polk County 14, and Winston-Salem Prep and Lake Norman Charter are tied 6-6. Other games that have no score on them is North Iredale and Starmount.
Did you just say Iredale, Dell? Is that what you said?
Tom, next.
Last column, doing the final scores in the Battle of the West schools. West Iredale defeats West Caldwell 28-19. Freedom over East Burke 12-7. Asheville Christian Academy defeats Thomas Jefferson 39-34. High scoring game there. Mitchell over McDowell 34-24. Games currently in progress. Bessemer City and Nailbiter over North Gaston lead 8-7. South Caldwell over RS Central 46-14. Statesville Greyhounds 14. Lake Norman 7, and Knoxville Catholic, the Fighting Chips, apparently, 19 over Brevard, 19-14. That's a surprising score. Brevard's supposed to be pretty good this year. Games that either did not get underway or we didn't get any information on. Chase and Stuart Kramer has been rescheduled for Tuesday, the 6th. Looks like that. Is it the 6th? Is that right?
Tuesday at 6.
Tuesday at 6. Thank you. I was like, that's not the right date. So, Tuesday at 6. Thank you, Tom. And moving down to the Catawba Ridge Copperheads. That is a fun team. They are playing East Gaston. No update on that. Highland Tech versus the football powerhouse named in honor of football advocate Bonnie Cone Academy has not started, or we have no update on that. And no update on Covenant Day versus the Mountain Island Raptors.
Yeah, and that Catawba Ridge, they out of Fort Mill, South Carolina.
Okay. Very cool.
All right, boys. When we come back, we're going to give away some NASCAR tickets tonight to Darlington. For you race fans that have been listening and waiting for the NASCAR updates, we've got
tomorrow.
tickets.
Right? Or you got some for today, too?
Yes.
All right, man.
I gotta let him
Hey,
finish,
he's doing
Jerry.
great.
I got a package.
He's doing
I got a
great.
Xfinity. I
Tom,
was
eat your
doing
biscuit.
great till you started
There you
talking. We've got a package, Xfinity and Cup Series package. We're going to give away in the next segment. NASCAR, KDCBroadcasting.com.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at glenoaksgolf.com and like them on Facebook too. For 55 years, Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville has been serving our community for our financial needs, and they continue to do so today. With checking accounts with no minimum balance, competitive saving yields including money markets and certificates of deposit. Also, low-interest loans, financial education resources, and more. Find out more. Visit the website at carolinafcu.org. Carolina Federal Credit Union, 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville, a staple of our community for 55 years. Get ready for deer season. Head to the Great Outdoors in Cherryville. Check out the new Millennium Deer Stands and Buck Huts by Millennium. Also, Summit Tree Stands. The Great Outdoors has deer scent attractants and deer corn just $10.99 for a 50-pound bag. Also, Boss, Buck, and Moultrie deer feeders. Also, shotguns by Benelli, Rite, and Franchi, and Beretta. The Great Outdoors, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right behind McDonald's. Online at teamgreatoutdoors.com. Like them on Facebook, too. I'm sure you've heard of ads that say, mention this ad and get a discount. Have you ever heard of an ad that says, mention this ad and we'll give you 10% more money? Well, it's true at Dellinger's Jewel Shop in Kings Mountain. Right now, gold is at an all-time high, and they are buying gold for cash. And mention this radio ad and get 10% more on your quote. Better diamonds at a better price at Dellinger's Jewel Shop, 112 West Mountain Street in Kings Mountain. Locally owned and operated for 134 years and 4 generations. Online at DellingerDiamonds.com. Thinking about buying or selling land in Western North Carolina? Specializing in hunting land, farmland, and country homes, Whitetail Properties land specialists Chip Camp and Chris Weaver are ready to help. Visit whitetailproperties.com for more information or give Chip a call at 704-473-3833 or Chris at 704-692-6185 or visit the new office at 4811 Falston Road in Falston. Hunting land, farmland, and country homes is their specialty. Call today.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
my gosh.
That was his outdoor voice.
Did that? I don't even know if that picked up.
Good morning. What y'all eating for breakfast this morning? We got McDonald's here.
I'm choking right now because of Jay.
We got McDonald's from Cherryville right now. The biscuit's so good, you gotta have them. You gotta choke on them. I got a strawberry banana smoothie and an egg and cheese biscuit this morning. Tom, what you eating on?
I had a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit and a coffee and a hash brown.
I got a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin with a hash brown and a Coke.
And Chip.
I'm choking on a sausage and egg biscuit thanks to JP.
Well, I was hoping JP got everything figured out in there, but I guess we didn't.
The ironic part is that was the most energetic intro he's done in about 5 years.
I I don't understand why we can't hear him, but we can hear the commercials. But either way, it's good either way. He can sit there, and his little red light comes on when it comes on. He must not have something on.
He's blowing on the microphone.
It's all right. It's all right. But anyway, good morning, everybody. It's NASCAR time. We're going to give away some tickets. Give away some tickets time. Now, we're going to have a trivia at the end. We're going to give away 2 sets. The first set, we're going to give away. All you have to do, and I'm going to tell you in a second what to do. It's very easy. It's call, and you got to talk to JP on the phone. Now, that's the problem. But 704-435-2844, 704-435-2845. So we're going to do a little trivia in a minute and give you a chance to win a set of 4 tickets to the Cup race. Will be our first giveaway. And then for you folks, if you're interested in the Xfinity race, the second giveaway, we're going to do a Xfinity and Cup Series package. So if you only want to go to the Cup Series, call for the first one. If you want to go to both, want to call for the second one. So if you follow along, so if you want the Xfinity Series or don't want the Xfinity Series, don't call for that one, please. So the first giveaway, we are going to give away 4 tickets to Darlington Cup Series race tomorrow night, the Cookout Southern 500. You know what's weird about Cookout sponsoring that? There's no cookout at the race.
Really?
No milkshakes, no burgers.
Well, I'll say this.
No nothing. Like, why would a food place sponsor it and then not, like, hey, at least have a trailer there?
There's a little bit...
One.
Yeah. But people may want to, if you're considering that, you can day trip it to Darlington. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You can easily to Darlington.
Yeah.
And you got Monday, you're off
about
anyway.
2.5 hours down there.
That's
So
what
if you
I'm saying.
really wanted
You can
to,
get there in 2 hours.
That's one of the. I mean, that's one of the iconic
you can't get
races.
there in 2.
Yeah, you can.
You cannot get to Darlington.
Yeah. Oh,
If you're a NASCAR fan,
What
you
the
can.
world?
No, you can't. No.
No wonder you drive kids. But anyway,
You ain't going to make it to Darlington, South Carolina in 2 hours in your 2000 Toyota truck.
I make
Watch
an
me.
hour and 40
No,
minutes.
you're not. You're going to make it to Darlington.
My God.
It's getting deep in here. I can make it to Myrtle Beach in 3. No, you can't.
You haven't made it to Myrtle Beach in 3 before? No.
Yeah, maybe from Rockingham. Yeah. Not from here.
Oh, me. Oh, my.
Terry.
You can make it to Darlington in 2 hours. Easy.
You can make it. You can make it to Darlington in 2 hours, and Terry adds, easy. Easily do it.
From the studios, my map says 2:20.
Yeah.
That's from here.
There you go.
Right.
Look at that.
That's from the studios. 2:20.
Until you start hitting all them stoplights on them South Carolina back roads and all that stuff, too. Not to mention Mr. South Carolina State Trooper will be sitting there waiting when that 55 turns to 35. That'll take you about 20 minutes while he sits in a car and writes you a ticket.
Oh, that's different. If you don't catch you there, and
That's
Right, you're moving on.
that's a delay.
That's it. You're moving on.
Smokey don't care about that.
I'm going to tell you. Now, if it was
Man, you don't care about that, Smokey.
Just tell
If
me you're
it was-
eastbound and
Sit
down,
down,
man.
sit down.
if it was interstate and you could cheat on the interstate, you probably could, but it's not interstate to Darling.
Listen,
But it's still not far.
if you hit the train tracks right in McBee, you can get airborne.
Yeah, that is true. That's on 151.
Have you ever got on 485?
If you go at the right time, you can make time. If you
Tom.
go at the wrong time, you go sit
Down there, all a cop does is pull up there and want you to slow down a little bit. He don't stop nobody. The only way you get stopped down there is if you have a wreck.
in South Carolina.
No, in North Carolina.
No, you don't ride on highways very much. You don't ride on interstates very much. State troopers live to pull you over.
with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Yeah, just remember, as you're speeding 90 miles an
Terry
hour, the
Reinhardt
cop
said.
will get behind you to make you slow down, but he has no interest in writing you a ticket.
Just like going through Atlanta.
This message brought to you by the North Carolina State Troopers
Where does he
Association.
come from? Sometimes.
Oh, my.
I was wondering why all these signs going out tonight. So are we. To encourage you to slow down.
I'm just telling you, man, you better hope you don't see a North Carolina State Trooper. 'Cause
I gotta
if
find
he
me a
if
NASCAR
he puts the
trooper.
blue lights on you, you're getting a ticket.
Terry's
I'm
not
sorry.
getting out of here today.
Probably going to be one sitting down the road now, waiting on Terry to go back to Lincoln.
Oh, goodness.
Got you for 37 and a 35, Mr. Reinhardt. I'll be right back.
So Terry, looking at next year's schedule, NASCAR's looking at scheduling a race.
Forget it.
In Mexico
Forget
City.
it. What are we doing?
Taking the sport international, which is what normal people do.
That
You
is
try
so
to
dumb.
increase your fan base.
Makes no sense.
Because it worked so well when we tried to branch out from the southeast. It
Yeah, I
work.
remember a few years ago, what was it? Dale Earnhardt Jr. went to Japan. Did anybody around here care? No.
But the Japanese cared.
Okay, so let it. Nobody over here cared that Dale Earnhardt Jr. went to Japan to run in a race.
But that's not the point.
And now you got a point of we're going to take a points race down there.
So according to Terry, you go to Japan to increase domestic interest.
Japan don't care
That's
about
your
no
calculus
racing.
on this. Kevin, why would you take NASCAR to Japan to increase Japanese interest, correct?
Yeah.
For a bunch of
I just
people
want to make sure I wasn't
to
correct.
sit over there.
So
and
I'm gonna give away
say-
4 tickets before y'all get too silly. All right, all you have to do to win 4 tickets from JP, all right, that's all you gotta do is call those numbers 704-435-2845 or 2846, and JP answers. Tell him you love him and you want NASCAR tickets.
Tell him he sounds awesome today.
And all
on the air.
you gotta have an email address. It is digital if you don't have email. I would advise you not to call in. But 704-435-2845. If you want 4 tickets to the Southern 500 tomorrow in Darlington, all you gotta do is call in and tell JP you love him today. No hard one on that one. Nothing to try. No trivia. We're gonna have trivia for the last one. We're giving away Busch Series here. I hold that. Xfinity Series races. But if you want some NASCAR tickets to go to Darlington tomorrow, Sunday night, 6 o'clock. Is it 6 o'clock? I think. Sorry, I'll pull it up in a second. No, for sure. Here on KDC Broadcasting, we'll have the coverage as always here on 92.9 FM. Your home for NASCAR racing tomorrow.
6 p.m. tomorrow.
All right. So you guys were talking about the schedule. The Clash at Bowman Gray
Yeah.
will start the season off, and then the Daytona 500. Well, that'll be Groundhog Day, February 2nd. Then the Daytona 500 will be February 16th. Let's see if I can pull those up for you. Terry, you going to go to Bowman Gray?
No. Aren't they going to race at
It's easy to
Rockingham?
get there. You can get there in an hour.
Aren't they going to race at Rockingham?
Yeah, I'm going to get to the schedule, Terry. I'm
That's
working
what I'm
on it. Hold on. Are you going to go to Rockingham?
I already got a call.
I heard there.
I'm wanting to go to the race.
Here you go. February 16th, Daytona 500. The 23rd, Atlanta. Then the Circus of America, Phoenix, Vegas, Homestead, Miami, Martinsville, Darlington, Bristol. They'll be off April 20th for Easter week. Then Talladega, Texas, Kansas. North Wilkesboro back again for the All-Star race. Charlotte, May 25th for the Coca-Cola 600 weekend. And then Nashville, Michigan, Mexico City, June 15th, where they'll be racing. The Atlanta, Chicago, Sonoma, Dover, Indianapolis, Iowa, Watkins Glen, Richmond, Daytona, Darlington. Worldwide Technology. These are the playoffs starting Darlington. Then the Worldwide Technology Raceway, Bristol, New Hampshire, Kansas, Charlotte Roval on October 5th, Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville, and end in Phoenix. So Terry, you get 52 weeks out of the year. 36 is racing. A few of those you ain't happy about. You can go on vacation there.
Well, a few of them. But I do like, I think the chase ought to be 10 races that anybody can win. We'll go to Daytona twice. We'll go to Talladega twice. We'll go to Atlanta twice. We'll also, let's put one of them little small tracks.
I think
in
you got to
there.
put Bristol.
Let's go Martinsville and Bristol.
I think
both.
Bristol's got to be. And I agree with you, Terry. I think they should have some. Go ahead, Tom.
Speaking as a non-NASCAR fan,
Yep.
how can you end the season in Phoenix?
I agree.
I agree there.
We've talked about it before, and this goes against the tradition of NASCAR. But
How does it not end in Charlotte or Atlanta
or Daytona
or Richmond
or Daytona?
or somewhere like
that? It's mostly due to weather and the competitive racing in Phoenix. It's a good passing track.
Okay.
So that's what they want it to you to be able do that.
Right. Okay, makes sense.
So when it was in Homestead, a lot of people had a problem with that one, but it was a decent passing track. But this one, a lot of people do like this one as far as passing wise.
It was one of those typical tracks that was tailor made to Jimmy Johnson,
But-
just like all the other playoff
But I
racetracks.
agree. I don't think the championship should go down to the Daytona 5 or in Daytona, the last
Why
one.
not?
I'd say Charlotte.
It should
I'd
be
say
random.
Why not?
It shouldn't have to be a random champion.
Charlotte.
It should
North
be
Carolina.
where everybody's has a chance.
Right.
And
So the first
your
two races
NASCAR
should be-
championship is right here
you want
amongst 30 cars within a half a second of each other racing for your championship.
You
right
want
here.
it to be.
Bubba Wallace to wreck the champion on lap 2.
He shouldn't have been around
He's
him.
being stupid.
You want it
They
to
might
be-
have to be around him.
It
Jerry
don't
wrecked
have-
40 cars if you wreck there.
That's
want
how
it-
it should be.
You want the Daytona 500 to be the Super Bowl of motor racing? Make it your Super Bowl. Open the
That's
season. Open the season with the Pepsi 400. The reason the 500 is what it is because it's the only race at Daytona that's the full 500 miles. Make it your
Let's have
your
a random
standard
championship, Tom. Just a random. Just a random.
Everybody
Every
in
race
the
is
world,
random.
everybody
Every
would
race
love
is-
that, man.
Yeah, I know.
You're coming down to your last race amongst
Now
these
call him
drivers.
silly like you do me, Kevin. Go
He's
ahead, call
silly.
him
He's being
silly.
silly.
Go
Terry,
ahead.
I will give you Atlanta. Maybe.
I love Atlanta.
Maybe
Atlanta's just
Atlanta.
like the
New
rest
Atlanta.
of them.
Look
New
at this.
Atlanta, maybe.
Not Charlotte.
But
No,
Charlotte
shoot,
can't pass.
no.
No, it's awful. You get in front.
Why in the world?
I've seen a lot of wrecks in the All-Star
Oh,
race.
Lord.
But Charlotte's one of the iconic racetracks, though. I have a hard time not putting that in the playoffs.
It's in there, but we're talking about the very last.
Oh, you're
race
talking about the
of
very
season.
last race?
Last race.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm
You
telling
don't
you.
want Charlotte. Martin
you're
Truex
talking
led
about you
every
don't want
lap
your-
but 2.
You don't want your champion to be random. Look, 3 races from the ends at Talladega, exact same format.
Right.
It is.
It
All right, here we go.
shouldn't be there
Here's the
either.
compromise. Here's the compromise. Last race of the year, Daytona 500, no restrictor plates. How about that?
We'll do it at Talladega.
Take the restrictor plates off.
Take the
That's
restricted plates off.
220 something.
Yeah, that's good. That's going to.
Take them off at Talladega, not Daytona.
But I think I do think they should be more strategic about the tracks that are part of the playoffs. That I agree with you. Bristol should be. I think they need to work the schedule out that Darlington's one of them. The Southern 500 maybe opens up the playoffs.
Yes, it does.
Bristol, Daytona needs to be one of them. I think they should bring Indianapolis. It's not one of the great, but historically speaking, it's a historic track. Have it as one of them. Atlanta.
Yeah, not the road course, the regular course.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think you put the Roval in the playoff format. I like the Roval, but I don't think it should be a playoff format. Bring Rockingham back. Make Rockingham one of the.
I
playoff-
saw that on the news. They're going to refurbish it, put
They
a
are.
bunch of money
Next
into
year,
it.
Yes.
they're going to go racing.
I love that
Yeah.
we got one of the things, and y'all have heard me
It's
say
not
this
on
before.
the schedule, though, is it, Kevin?
no, not the next
No.
year.
Yeah.
One of the things that NASCAR, when it was expanding to become more not international, more American across from coast to coast, is they brought in too many, or they scheduled too many of these 1.5-mile cookie cutter tri-ovals that all look very similar, and it's very it looked the racing looked the same too many weeks, week in and week out. Rockingham is a very unique design. It's not a uniform. Turns 1 and 2 are not the same as turns 3 and 4. That's one of the reasons Darlington stands out the way it is. That and how tough the surface is on the tires. But Rockingham's design is a smaller setup. North Wilkesboro is not uniform or not. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. But turns 1 and 2 are not identical to turns 3 and 4. So I like trying to honor these heritage courses that are in racetracks that are not just these 1.5-mile cookie cutters.
I've never been to the Rock. I'd like to go see an NASCAR.
I've been around the Rock.
So they probably bring it back, Kevin, like they usually do with like truck races and
Yes.
Xfinity and stuff. Yeah, okay. that's
Oh,
what
they're
I
doing
thought.
that now.
Which
Okay.
race is the one with the 3 turns?
Pocono.
Pocono.
Yes.
I think that should be part of it because then it comes down to a mileage, whether you got enough gas in your car. I mean, you know what I'm
But
saying?
back in the
It's big.
2000s and the 90s, everybody used to blow their engines at Pocono. Remember
I
that?
could
They
care
don't do
less.
that much as
That's
as they
what
used to
should
do.
happen.
I do think that there should be one road course. I think there should be. It needs to. The playoffs should involve every style of racing that, or most every style of racing. Not the niche one like the Chicago road
You
course.
shouldn't have that.
And I don't. Again, the Roval I don't think should be part of the playoffs. I think those are neat to have during the regular season. If you're going to do the dirt track experiment, which I think we might
think
agree.
that's done.
Well, I think that was a failed experiment. If you're going to, I don't think we saw how And I don't mind experimenting and trying things out. Like, I don't think you can go back to the Coliseum or put that in the. You can go back to it, but I don't think you can be in the playoffs because it's just not a competitive racetrack.
I wish they'd let me do the final 10.
Yes. Oh, let you sit you and me down. We can
Heck
do this.
yeah.
After
People
that-
would love that.
Yes.
After that, they'd say, "Sir, could you put down the bottle?"
No, they wouldn't. We'd have fans, tons of fans watching from race 1 of how we started.
If you did,
He's available, guys. I have his phone number, so
That's
if you're
right.
listening, I'll just text it to you, and you can call him.
Who is the last 4 Xfinity Series winners at Rockingham? Same person.
Last
Won the
4.
last 4 races.
Is he on the
Xfinity
Is he on
Series.
the main circuit?
He is retired now.
Mm.
He does broadcasting. Is the hint. Last 4 races at the Rock in 2000. 2, 3, 4, and 5, I believe, was the year.
He does broadcasting now.
Correct.
It's not Junior, is it?
Nope.
It's not
I know it's not Burton.
Nope.
Michael Waltrip,
Nope. Little fella, Terry.
Mark Martin.
Little Jamie.
Jamie McMurray?
Mm-hmm. Chevy, Dodge.
That'd been hard to figure
Yeah,
out.
that
I
would
would have never got that.
2000.
I can't remember
I'm just
Jamie
being honest. I
McMurray winning
know.
a lot of races.
Well, this is Xfinity races at the Rock. They hadn't been broadcasted in 22 years
Yeah.
or 20 years. He won 2 and 02 and
But I give NASCAR a lot of
1 and
credit.
02, 2 and 03, and 1 and 04.
And I give Dale Earnhardt a lot of credit for bringing back some of them old tracks that they're going back to. I love it.
All right, JP, we got a winner in there. Bring it here. If we got a winner for our first prize, we are going to give away another one here in just a second with some NASCAR trivia. I'll let you guys know. We're going to ask a Richard Petty question for you folks. So here you can Google or look it up or do whatever. The winner of our first set of NASCAR tickets, Johnny Stanley. Is that right, Stanley? Is that your writing? Okay. Johnny Stanley. Congratulations to Johnny. He's going to take home 4 NASCAR
How
Cup
about that?
tickets to
Awesome.
Darlington tomorrow.
Congratulations.
And if you follow Tom's safety tips, it'll take you about 2.5 hours. If you follow Terry's unsafety tips,
You're there an hour
You
and
can be an
50
hour and
minutes.
56 minutes.
hour
You're going to have
56
30 extra minutes by my time being there to do what you
Listen,
need to do.
If you gas up first and don't stop when you see blue lights, hour 56, you can do it.
Yeah.
Johnny, if you got 4 tickets. If you need somebody to join you, just give us call back into the studio. Let me know. All right.
So yeah, Rockingham will be back next year, and this is the one of the ones that follow on here. NASCAR's sarcasms. He said, for the folks that complain that NASCAR needs to go back to their roots, going back to North Wilkesboro, Bowman Gray, and Rockingham, you couldn't go back to more of our roots if we give drivers a moonshine steel and ask them for 50 jars of ruckus juice as they run from the fuzz there.
We need to have a race where they're going across running across Forsyth County.
Well, it's a bad thing because if you think about Tom over here, which he likes the women out of the mountains, but where I like getting to the beach, so you're gonna have an extra hour at the beach by the time I get there than what you would with Tom.
Number 1, I don't know what you're talking about. Number 2, no woman at the beach is looking at you. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that right now. So don't go down there looking for women, Terry. It's not going to work out for you. I'm just going to go ahead
That
and tell you.
depends on what place you go to, Tom.
Depends on how much, a guy like you's got to flash a little cash, Terry.
Don't hit that.
Okay.
Did I show this to you last week? I can't
Yes,
remember.
yeah, we did see. Yeah,
So we talked about a little bit about this last week. So this is as close to the old moonshine and runs that it gets to.
Yeah,
The simulator up the dirt road and stuff. So
Junior Johnson went down that road right there.
so Terry, so they're going back to Bowman Gray. I'm gonna show some of that here, and so my question is, you got the moonshine, be traditionalists. Let's fill up the cars. They won't put moonshine back there. A couple jugs of water, make it get a little sloshy back there. Make the rear ends get a little all kinds of loose back there. How about that?
I like it. I like it.
I think you might
Bump and
end
run
up
it.
with people
Water
hitting them in the back. That's right. I'm thirsty.
Oh, well, here's the victory lap this past week. I think we got somebody hit the audio there, Chip.
Wrecking on the football field. Andrews and Connor Keaton as well. They're not done. Billy Andrews is not happy.
That's old school.
This is Bowman Gray right here. The madhouse.
Go back and hit him again.
Yeah, that's the football field. Boom.
Wow.
Now watch this.
Oh, it's kid brother, huh?
Here comes Michael Waltrip. The Waltrips are on Earnhardt.
Keaton says, "Don't mess with my little brother. I have the checkered flag, but I don't like this." And now there will be a fight.
He's ready to take them both on.
Andrews has left his car. He's on the side of Grayson Keaton's car. Emotions exploding here at Bowman Gray. A kick to the side of the car. The police have entered the football field trying to restrain him. They are not happy as the smoke.
Oh, my Lord.
A brawl. Billy Andrews exploding in emotion. The Andrews and
Groundhog Day, 2025, NASCAR, Bowman Gray Stadium.
I have been to one race live at Bowman Gray, and the exact same thing happened. We had they police called on at least one race car in the infield like once a night.
I am going to say something, Terry. The driver of the one car is chicken S. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
He T-boned the other driver. The other driver said, "Okay, I'll get out the car and fight you," and then he refused to get out the car. So that's why he was protecting his brother, but he did it in a chicken type of way. And I don't know about like that one. Not getting out of the car after T-boned.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When the guy grabbed a hold of the car and he's turning it around, that guy put himself in danger.
Yeah, that was stupid. It was all stupid altogether.
Yeah. I'm like, who are you?
All right, boys. Let's time for NASCAR trivia. NASCAR trivia. Now, this is for 3 Xfinity Series tickets and 3 tickets to the Cup Series race on Sunday. So this is a 3-person package. So you get Xfinity and Cup Series. And Terry, don't answer the question. Well, y'all can guess it. Y'all can't see the answer, so y'all can guess all y'all want. I know y'all don't know anyway. At which 2 tracks did Richard Petty win the most races combined? Charlotte and Daytona, Daytona and Richmond, Richmond and Martinsville, or Martinsville and North Wilkesboro. So, again, which 2 tracks did Richard Petty win the most races? A, Charlotte and Daytona. B, Daytona. People online might want to read. Daytona and Richmond. C, Richmond and Martinsville. And D, Martinsville or North Wilkesboro. 704-435-2845 to give JP your answer. I'm going to scroll down and get
Why
the
do they
answer.
have that? Why do they have that year
What number
beside
is
his
that?
name? On
You
the
already got a phone call. That's quick.
I don't know. 3. Number 3. Let's do number 3. JP, you got to come in and get the correct answer here first before you tell them on the phone. Somebody give me a... Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. Here you go.
Rethink it.
There you go. So there's the answer for the guys in the studio.
Yeah.
Here, JP. And write down the name there. There's the answer. Yes, that letter. You know your alphabet, right?
You might have to put the question back up so he knows what that is.
We are going to go to the question again. Again, Richard Petty, which 2 tracks did he win his most races at? So question again, number 3 on our poll here. Do Charlotte, Daytona, Daytona and Richmond, Richmond and Martinsville, or Martinsville and North Wilkesboro? A, B, C, or D? 704-435-2845. JP will answer the phone if you just guess A, B, C, or D. If you want 3 tickets to the Xfinity and Cup Series races tonight and tomorrow in Darlington. All right, Terry, let's go over the schedule for the weekend so everybody knows exactly when everything is. I'm giving away the passes. Like Tom said, it's about a 2.5 hour drive to Darlington.
Give or take.
150 minutes.
Depends who's riding shotgun between Tom and Terry. If Tom's got his extra emergency brake over there. Qualifying is at 1:20. You can still make it and do the emails and all that stuff. That's for see the Cup Series and stuff down there. Xfinity Series race today is at 3:30. You can get down there this afternoon and get back, and then drive back down tomorrow and get you a hotel. Whatever you need to do for the Xfinity Series and Cup races. Where is my? Oh, that was Saturday. Sunday schedule. They used to put everything on one page. Cookout Southern 500 is at 6 o'clock. Darlington. Probably green flag would be what 6:20ish. Probably Terry if they
Something
write
like
six
that, and
down.
they'll race until 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be dark.
Yeah.
You'll be home at midnight or later. Depends on the weather. Last year we had a lights out delay, which is the stupidest thing ever. Like I was sitting in the corner and you know,
I remember that.
It's basically like if you have 10 lights and 2 of them go out, it's a little bit dimmer, but we can all see like there's nothing. We ran 50 laps. That's what's bad about it. They didn't call as soon as they immediately went out.
We did one.
They ran quite a few laps with those out.
We did one segment before y'all even realized they were out. Come
I'm
on.
sitting there staring at the lights. Like, they were out for a while. I didn't think they would stop the race for it at all at any point. At least, Terry. At worst, send the engineer out and change a light bulb.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
like you shut down the race. We're gonna cause we can't see turn 4 enough.
I still remember the you remember the race at Daytona a few years ago where the track started to crumble?
Oh, yeah.
One of the turns. And then I still remember Junior on the radio during the red flag. He's like, "Tell him just put a cone over the hole. We'll know to miss it."
All right, folks. Once again, NASCAR racing this weekend. 3:30 tomorrow, Xfinity. 6 o'clock Sunday. 3:30 today, Xfinity. 6 o'clock tomorrow for the Southern 500. Which tracks did Richard Petty win the most races? A, Charlotte Daytona. B, Daytona Richmond. C, Richmond and Martinsville. And D, Martinsville and North Wilkesboro. Call to win. JP will answer 704-435-2845. 704-435-2845. That includes you online watchers as well. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got Major League Baseball, NFL predictions week 1. College football week predictions. We got all kinds of predictions to do today. It's going to be a busy next hour. Football. KTCBroadcasting.com.
A tradition of trust, serving our community. That's the theme of Carpenter Porter Funeral Home and Cremation Service in Cherryville. They're always there for you in a time of need. Funeral directors John Porter and Scott and Hannah Garrett are there to help you and give you guidance during one of life's most difficult times. They're a progressive and comprehensive funeral home with the highest ethical and professional standards while maintaining cost-effective service. For more information, call 704-435-6711, located at 1100 East Main Street in Cherryville and online at carpentersfuneralhome.net.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Ready to go under the green flag.
Regular season concludes at the track Too Tough to Tame.
One car in the wall up against turn number 4. That looks like Martin Truex Jr. may have caught the fence.
Who will secure the final spots into the playoffs?
Checkered flag in the air here at Michigan. Tyler Reddick all in.
It's the Cookout Southern 500.
Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock. Carolina Country WCSL. 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at KDCBroadcasting.com. For the folks in Cherryville and Shelby, I'm sure you remember when the Western Steer was in your town, and we wish they were still here. But I've got good news. There's a Western Steer just a few minutes up the road in Newton. From Cherryville, hop on Highway 321 Business. And from Shelby, go Highway 18 to 10 to Newton. You get real comfort food, home-cooked style with down-home hospitality. Try their big unbeatable buffet or order from their menu. And they've got a party room for big groups. The Western Steer in Newton, 334 Southwest Boulevard in Newton at the Highway 10 and 321 Business intersection. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Finding your perfect floor starts at Floor in America in Kings Mountain. If you can dream it, they can do it at Floor in America. And come see their newly remodeled showroom. Select from up to 8 colors of waterproof LVP now in stock. And now financing is available at Floor in America, and they'll be more than happy to come out to your home offering free measurements. Now who does that? They do at Floor in America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, online at FloridAmericaKingsMountain.com. Like them on Facebook too. Your perfect floors starts at Florida America Kings Mountain.
The best home cooking around is at Linwood Restaurant and Produce in Kings Mountain. Keith Falls invites you in. Check out their daily lunch specials, including a big Sunday lunch, several meats to choose from, along with a big list of vegetables and desserts too. And for orders to go, call 704-750-3598. Again, 704-750-3598. And there's fresh produce too at Linwood Restaurant and Produce, 805 Cleveland Avenue in Kings Mountain. Tell Keith we sent you in.
How would you like a pizza oven in your backyard? You can with a stop in at Innovative Pool Designs in Kings Mountain. Now you can buy a 30-inch pizza oven with wood or gas fire selections and get a free cart. Now that's a deal. A wood-fired pizza at home. And while you're there, see their selection of Coyote grills and spas. And spa financing is available with low payments and no money down with approved credit at Innovative Pool Designs in the new location, 836 East King Street in Kings Mountain, online at ipdnc.com. Like them on Facebook too.
Tommy Knox is making over 100.
Welcome back to the
coach.
Welcome back to the show. Well, Tom always brought that up. You want to know?
Good segue.
So real quick, this is kind of totally what we're talking about. You want to talk about where your taxpayer money or booster money might go.
Some of these are private schools.
This is Georgia. Georgia's highest paid coaches. Carrollton. Is it so the I is silent, or is that two L's? Oh, it's two L's.
There's
Okay,
two Carrollton.
from my eyes. Wow.
Don't worry, it's smaller print.
Joey King at Carrollton makes $225,000 coaching high school football. John Reed, 185 at Rome. Gainesville, 175. Let's see, that's about 20 people making over 120 grand coaching high school football in Georgia. So there you go.
Valdosta's on there. Buford's on there.
Oh, Terry, we're talking a little college football. I saw this tweet, and they said, is Noah Burnett the best player to ever wear 98 in Chapel Hill?
No.
Does anybody know who wore 98 in Chapel Hill?
If I'm thinking right, I think I do.
Probably the greatest football player of all time.
Greatest linebacker, at least.
Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah,
he did not wear Brian Ferree had to remind me of that last Friday, actually.
He wore 98.
So Brian Ferree's locker was right next to Lawrence Taylor's when he played at Carolina.
Oh. Okay.
Because Brian jokingly said my number was 100, and they had our lockers in order in a numerical order. He said so. I was right beside LT. He says because they didn't have. He said they didn't have a number 100.
Yeah, this is from the Daily Tar Heel actual. So this is how I don't know who needs to fire this intern or who's responsible for this.
That's his opinion.
This tweet. Terry.
That's not an opinion. That's not an opinion.
That's his opinion, man. Everybody has an opinion.
That's one of those as close to an objective fact.
I'm trying to find somebody had a response with the picture of Lawrence Taylor.
The greatest
I can't find the picture.
One to wear 98 who didn't do cocaine.
Well, how do you know what Noah Burnett's done?
True.
Oh, wait, man. Didn't do. I gotta find it. Here it is.
Yep. Uh-huh.
He was a man.
I don't care until Jesus Christ puts on that jersey right there. There's nobody else that's going to put that 98 on.
Look at them old cowboy
collars.
Look at that old cowboy collar, Jerry. Now, y'all might know more than me. That was to protect your neck.
It's keeping it snapping back, supposedly.
Okay.
Like a Hans device almost.
Like nobody wears those anymore, of course. But look at that old helmet. Remember those that UNC on the side?
You know what's worse about that? Look how big his hands. He could probably just cup it.
His hand.
Yeah.
Throw it like
he could palm it. He could palm the top of it.
That's it.
He could palm a quarterback.
Tell you what, he was a man.
He could play it. He could play.
He was a man.
He could palm Joe Theismann's leg. Too.
NASCAR trivia, A, B, C, or D. If you want Darlington tickets, 3 tickets to Xfinity and Cup Racing tonight and tomorrow. 704-435-2845. Call JP and tell him you want A, B, C, or D with the right answer will give you some tickets to tomorrow night. Tonight and tomorrow. Sorry about that. All right, let me find my. Here we go. Some college football stuff. See if I got anything else. Terry, what was this the other night? They gotta do it. Tom. They need Tom they need Tom's driving instructions down there in Raleigh. Mrs. Wolf poof, took a crash on the golf cart.
Oh man,
that's abuse, right there.
I knew it was going bad when I saw the Western score, and they said, well,
must be
it started off bad in Raleigh, Terry.
It's probably a woman driving.
Golly, Tom.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah. He's just that in the comments from earlier this morning.
I don't see the cart move. I see Mrs. Wolf fall straight off. That cart doesn't turn, does it?
Yeah, it turns.
It's still moving. Look at it. look at the line. Look at the lines on the field.
It turned towards her. She should have stayed on it. All her stadium seats look like it broke.
I don't know why she hot.
That had a stadium seat. Anyway, Terry, you want to explain this at all?
No, it wasn't. She unclicked it.
Oh, okay.
Go back and look right here. Watch it. It's strapped, and also
yeah, she does. Yeah.
Did it to herself.
So you're secure. Whoops! Let me take this off.
Dynamite observation, Terry.
Terry, you did pick that. That is yes.
That was well done.
The Mrs. Wolf unbuckled her seatbelt in a moving vehicle and found
Tom,
out,
can you do that?
Found out the law of motion.
It's against the law.
It is. It's against the law.
Against multiple laws. Against the state of North Carolina, against Isaac Newton's law.
Bama online Alabama blog or was talking about that we should switch Vanderbilt for Appalachian State, and App responded, Barstool responded, Appalachian has not lost an SEC game since 2017. Vanderbilt has lost 50 consecutive losses during this time. Terry, would the Mountaineers not be a better SEC school than the
football?
Vanderbilt
Yes,
Commodores?
They would absolutely be better than.
I don't know what Appalachian State, like water polo.
That's how come. That's how come you still have Alabama's at the top, Georgia's at the top, LSU's at the top, because they got all these mediocre teams they have to play.
Now Appalachian, did they drop their baseball?
No,
they still have baseball.
Yeah, they got beautiful baseball.
Yes, they do.
Why was I thinking they dropped baseball?
I do not know.
All you got to do is go out, man. They got all kind of nice stuff up there. They do.
Oh, college football Saturday. How about Dion got Colorado players a partnership with Elevations Credit Union for an account for every one of his players who is a father for their children. So he got a $2,000 account started for every one of his players who's a father for each one of their kids. So
I have a problem here
with that.
No, I have a problem with all of this. How come Colorado gets prime time on TV?
You just stop it. You said the right words.
I know.
You done said it, Terry.
Yeah, I mean,
you prime time.
Yeah, but
he's prime
come
time.
on.
He's prime
What
time.
did they do? Win 3 games last year? Maybe 4? But yet, when we start off this year, they get prime time on television.
They get prime time. They get prime time every game.
North Dakota State. Don't get me wrong. I know North Dakota State is good, but
it was a fun game.
Come on, y'all.
They are. It is the exact same reason. Tom brought this up. We were talking about the Australian break dancer. That's so controversial. Colorado and their current head coach moves the needle right now. They
were sold out. I agree with that. Yeah. There's a lot of places sold out.
But they are intriguing to much of the
country.
And the media.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
They're like, oh, he got a transfer. Oh, he's got to rebuild that. Oh, he's got all this and that. And
did y'all listen to
it's part of they make more money. If
the state game?
If I would just say this, Terry, that if he is successful, college football makes more money. Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, but I was talking about, we talking about all the players that, I got him coming in. I got him. Did you watch the state game? This guy's from Auburn. This guy's from Alabama. This guy's from Ohio State that have transferred into state. Every school has that now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know, so he's not doing anything. Yeah, he's not doing anything else anybody else is not doing.
Except for Dabo.
And they're going, that's fair. And they're also going to try to market Shador as much as they can.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, that's and not to say he doesn't necessarily deserve it. He could be
talking top 5 pick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to.
But I'm also
minimize
talking.
That.
Yeah, as he gets in there and he's a running quarterback, he's going to get hurt.
Another Trey Lance.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Did Trey Lance make the Cowboys?
Yeah, he made it. I don't know why. Come on. And I'm going to be honest with you. Now, here's where a lot of people, and I don't care what people say out there, when I'm almost like half the people on television when they get on there, Trey Lance is not your backup. He just threw 5 picks in his last game.
In the preseason?
Yes.
But he completed 70% of his passes.
He's terrible. Cooper,
if you count the interceptions, Tom, he completed like 90% of his passes.
Cooper, yeah.
If you're throwing picks against guys that are going to be on the unemployment line
yes.
this week,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That is the thing about like preseason. I know it's a little bit. These guys come out of college and they're hyped and look at this guy, and then they get they can do it against scrubs and they go against ones and like, is this the same guy? Yes.
Yeah, it
He's just
bothers
going against
me
ones.
because we sat there and we said we don't need Dak, and I was one of the first ones said it myself. Oh yeah, we do need Dak. I don't care what we got to pay him now, but he's way better than Trey Lance, and Trey Lance should be their 3rd string quarterback, not 2nd.
There's a difference between throwing to open receivers and throwing to non-open receivers. You find out real quick.
Throwing open and throwing them open.
Yeah, you find out real quick in the NFL if you can't figure that combination out. And that's pretty much the secret to playing quarterback. If people would just kind of put those 2 things together, like Tom just said, and I say throwing people open and being able to throw to people that are covered and not getting it picked off.
If you watch some when you had the old tape on Aikman, or like some of the tape on Stafford, they'll say, "Watch this," and you don't even know. It's like, where the hell's he throwing it? It's like, boom, there it is. It's like, where did that come from? It's like, well, he just knows.
Well, what
he just knows.
What I like throwing, and Aikman and Irvin perfected was that comebacker. I like throwing the ball before the receiver comes out of the box.
Yes.
I love doing that because that's what I'm talking about. When you see that DB's head or turn, I see an ear hole. You're dead meat to me. As soon as you turn and take your eyes off, I'm darting it in there, and that's what I like throwing it. And then the receiver, he's just running, just whoop, catch it, and he's out of bounds. And that was me and one guy from Cherry had a good repertoire with that. That was pretty good.
You know what else was good at that? Flacco.
Yeah, he does throw that one. The throw it to the back.
That one hurts a little bit.
But Aikman you're right. Aikman used to kill the comebacker with Irvin. 10 yards of turnaround. No, whatever that first down marker is, and the DB couldn't do nothing about it. And
I guess Flacco made the Colts. I don't know.
No, they're talking about he might start.
Really?
Not made it. He might be starting.
Wow.
Over Richardson?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. So that's the rumor in Indianapolis.
Huh.
All right, let's pick some games. Terry, how did y'all do last week?
I have no clue.
You didn't keep up with it?
No, I got it, but I didn't keep up with the totals.
Oh.
I know. I put it like this.
I think we all lost for FSU versus
right off
Georgia
the
Tech.
bat.
Yeah. Nobody's going undefeated.
I did
this year.
have that one, Mark. We were 0-1 right off the bat.
Yeah. Well, what other games are on there? We can look at some of the scores.
North Carolina State won. We all got that one right.
Hold on.
I distinctly remember somebody saying they didn't care what Georgia Tech ran. They were going to get beat. I think it's the guy sitting next to me.
He said a lot of disrespectful stuff, I would imagine.
Yeah. And,
who cares what Georgia Tech does?
They beat Florida State.
FSU does this week.
They'll not beat North Carolina State.
Who barely beat Western Carolina.
Yeah,
tied at halftime. Like I got that text from Kevin. I'm like, this can't be right. I looked at the score, 14-14 at halftime. Terry, it's embarrassing.
Who won? It's all about getting the W.
The Western Carolina Catamounts.
Watch out this coming week when we take Tennessee to school down here in Charlotte.
Remember, Tom, will you take Tennessee's going to just, oh my God. Did y'all play Tennessee? Y'all going to get killed.
You're going to get
we beat them by 10.
Okay. So, Tom, remember.
Is he all right?
He's not.
Y'all come next week, y'all going to be saying, you know what? He was right.
I just had something pulled up.
Well, get your ESPN Bet Out app and put some money on it. Put a $5 bet like Tom does.
Tom, I have to worry about my money.
Yeah, because you don't work.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you might be getting some free handouts.
All right, Missouri.
Tell me some games.
Missouri won.
Yes, they did.
51-0. Kansas win.
Kansas won 48-3.
Okay.
They over Lindenwood.
Utah, I know won.
You asked about Lindenwood. Gardner Webb plays Lindenwood this year in football.
Utah, Oklahoma.
Yeah, they won 51-3.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. All these are Buffalo. That might be one.
Buffalo.
Probably don't even list them.
Oh, hold on. I just got top 25 right now. Let me switch over to everybody. Sorry about that. Go down here.
Buffalo's not in the top 25?
No.
We have a hard time even finding them.
In the NFL, there's 170 games today. Yeah. All right, so who'd you ask for? Buffalo?
Buffalo
won 30-13.
Okay, what about UAB?
Alabama Birmingham. They won 41-3 over Alcorn State.
Okay, what about Jacksonville State?
They lost to the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina.
I think I picked the chickens.
I got missed that one. Hawaii.
Let's. Oh my gosh, we're
you see that? Yeah,
I think we're getting virused by something. Every time I try to check that schedule, that's thing. Well, Jerry, we're just gonna go pick the games.
Well, I'm just saying Hawaii and SMU were the last two.
Well, it's gonna take me a second to get back to them. I don't know if I should do a different. I probably should do a different tab or something. Let's see if this one works. All right. What was the last two you said?
Hawaii and SMU.
Hawaii and SMU scores. How's it going over there? Who's winning right now?
Tom's up.
See?
That's what I'm saying. He wants to know these two scores.
Hawaii won 35-14.
So there's another check. And SMU.
SMU won 29-24.
How about that? So what a week for Tom. Tom goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 11, so Tom goes 10-1.
Well
Me and Chip go 9-2. Not bad at all for week one.
What was the difference maker?
Chanticleers.
The Coastal Carolina game.
How could y'all pick against the chickens, dude? You can't pick against Coastal
I told you,
Carolina.
I was picking.
Like Tom gets one right, and he's thinking he's on top of the world.
I was picking Artis Gilmore's other college alma mater, Jacksonville State. So
y'all picked
Tom.
against Myrtle Beach.
I'm
State.
not going against you, Tom. Good job. I'm
how could
giving
you
you a
pick against
praise.
Myrtle
Take
Beach
it
State?
and run with it.
They got a good program down there. Come on now.
Well, no, they're
coach left though. That good coach
and the
left
quarterback
a couple years
left.
ago. Yeah.
And the quarterback left.
All right, let's do some picks. Georgia host Clemson, number 1, 11.5-point favorites in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta, Georgia Falcons Dome.
I got mine already wrote.
Clemson's ranked 14th. Georgia ranked number 1. Tommy?
Can they both lose? Georgia.
Terry?
Clemson.
Chip?
We'll go with. Let me go with Georgia. Beating Dabo and all his transfers.
That's at 12 o'clock. Another game at 12, 7.5-point spread. Penn State is favored on the road at West Virginia.
This is very tempting for me to take West Virginia because Franklin is notorious for losing games that would maybe move him up the chain a little bit. But I'll go with Penn State.
Terry?
Oh, Penn State. They'll beat West Virginia. Why don't they play somebody?
But remember, Terry, this is in Morganton.
I don't care.
Morgantown. I mean, this is a little tough.
That's not going. That's not going.
Chip?
Give me the Nittany Lions.
Speaking of Vanderbilt, 13.5-point dogs at home against Virginia Tech. Hokies.
God.
Chip?
Yeah, Virginia Tech.
Terry?
Virginia Tech.
Tommy?
Virginia Tech.
Find another good spread. That's not good. Oklahoma State, 17th, is only favored by 10 over South Dakota State. We're not going to pick
Might
that
have
one,
to
but
get my bet app
that's
out.
interesting. Pique Tom's interest. Miami and the Florida Gators. Miami's ranked number 19. They're 2.5-point favorites in Gainesville. Chip.
Oh, I really want to pick the Gators on this, but I keep hearing that Miami might have turned a bit of a corner this year. I'm going to go with the Hurricanes.
Terry?
Miami.
Tommy?
Florida at home.
That's a loss.
Massachusetts is at 3:30 today is favored over Eastern Michigan.
Is he going to have us pick Massachusetts and Eastern Michigan?
Yeah, we're picking spreads under 10. Massachusetts is favored by 2.5. The Minutemen. Chip?
We're going to go with the upset here. Go Eastern Michigan.
So am I going with Eastern Michigan.
Eastern Michigan's got the more established program, I'd say here. Eastern Michigan.
App's favored by 34.5 against East Tennessee State today.
Oh, the Trey Lamb
for you
era
folks,
starts for East Tennessee State.
For you folks going up to for Boone today, if you want to know the line, it's 34.5.
Not that far away, is it, Kevin?
55.5 points. Not from here?
Yeah.
Hour and a half.
From App to East Tennessee State's probably only about an hour and a half.
I have no idea where East Tennessee State is.
It's Johnson City.
Oh, yeah. It's shorter than that.
Yeah, Johnson
Maybe.
City.
Maybe about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's shorter than an hour and a half. Let's see. Hey, you said Johnson City. I don't think it's Travis Tritt now. Every time somebody says that, I get in my head, Johnson City, Tennessee. Miami, Ohio, and Northwestern. Northwestern favored by 3.5 at home against the Red Hawks. Tommy,
I'm telling you, man, this is. I looked at this one on my betting app too, and I wanted to take the Red Hawks, but come on, Northwestern. Do it for the Big Ten. Come on, Northwestern. And plus, Ben Roethlisberger went to Miami of Ohio, so I can't pick them.
Terry?
Northwestern, my goodness. That ought to blow them out.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Miami of Ohio. There's always a MAC school that beats
We'll
the Big
take them.
Ten school.
Take them.
I didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
okay.
write it down.
Chip, what you got?
Here, Tom, I'll take them for you. Miami, Ohio. Give me Miami, Ohio.
Red
I'm
Hawks.
telling you, I'm telling you, there's always a MAC school that beats a Big Ten school.
Not this time.
A lot of big spreads this week.
Furman and Ole Miss. What about that one?
Houston favored by 3 over UNLV, 7:00 tonight in Texas.
That's an intriguing basketball matchup historically.
91 degrees.
I'm taking Houston.
Houston at home.
I'll go with the sweep. Go with Houston.
It's always a bad idea, Chip. Just giving you a heads up on that. Notre Dame and Texas A&M, 7:30 tonight. Texas A&M favored by 3.
Forget that. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's ranked 7th. Dogs at number 20.
When's the last time Texas A&M ever did anything that was good?
Tonight, they beat the Fighting Irish.
Wrong. You taking them?
Wrong. What do you mean wrong?
You taking Texas A&M?
I just took Texas A&M. Write it down.
Okay, that's a loss.
They're at home, 12th man. They're going to
They
crush
can't,
those little
they can't even
leprechauns.
beat Appalachia.
They're gonna crush those little leprechauns.
Come on.
Come down there.
I want to pick Notre Dame, but I got a bad feeling about. I think A&M is going to win that game.
Oh, that's a couple losses.
Let's get out the betting app, Chip. You got another kid on the way. You're going to have to make some
Terry's
money
got a
somehow.
point. They couldn't beat Appalachian at home. I don't know what they're going to do with Notre Dame, but let's see. Hawaii and UCLA is 14.5. That's going to do that one. 8 points. Nobody knows anything about Nichols football. I'm sure.
Charlotte's only 8
We're gonna
points.
let y'all do that one. James Madison favored by 8 at UNC Charlotte. Chip.
JMU.
Yes, so am I, JMU. Go ahead, Tom. Pick them.
They're going to take their little pickaxe, smack James Madison right in the head with it.
You're picking Charlotte.
Yes. I'm picking
There's
Charlotte.
another loss.
Say that again, Tom.
Little pick ass.
Now I'm going to give Tom some information he didn't know before he made that pick, and I think it's kind of fair for him to know.
What?
Charlotte is missing 9 of their 22 starters.
Who cares?
Why?
He made the pick.
They're out injured.
Injured?
Yes.
All right.
You got 9 starters out, and
It's okay.
your coach still wearing sleeveless shirts.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to go with. And plus, he's from Michigan, which makes it even worse. But we're going to go ahead with Charlotte.
Yeah.
All right, Arizona State's favored by 7 at home against Wyoming Cowboys.
Who's coaching Arizona State now?
That's a good
I don't
question.
know, Chip, who you got there?
Was Dungy, wasn't it? Dungy was down there for a little
Give
while.
me
Herm
a-
Edwards.
Herb,
that's
that's
right.
right. Herb, that's right.
Who you got?
You play to win
Yeah,
the
that's
game.
right,
Give me
that's right.
give me Wyoming.
Terry? It's 100 degrees at this game, bro.
Yeah, I know. I don't think Wyoming can play in it.
I'm
taking Arizona State.
I'm going to flip mine. Yeah, because of the temperature and you just make mine Arizona State. I agree with you. Thank you for the temperature update there.
Not everybody on the Wyoming team is from Wyoming. You guys do realize that, right?
All right, take Wyoming.
Okay, I'll take Wyoming.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
How many games is that, Terry?
That's 10. We need one more.
You can't. No, listen, you can't leave your state. Everybody from on the team is from the state, so they're not used to the desert. There's only
little pickaxe.
Little pickaxe.
Oh, y'all are so silly. All right, let's find somebody. I want to find a road favorite here that we can argue about for a second. One more. Ooh.
Richmond and Virginia?
How about Campbell Liberty?
38.5 point spread.
Yeah, no, I don't think Campbell's going to be.
That's it. I figured it'd be higher than that.
All right, we're just going to mix it up and screw you guys. North Texas, South Alabama. South Alabama favored by 6 at home, 90 degrees. You get a ticket for $14.
All right. South Alabama, they're the home team.
That's who I'm taking, South Alabama.
Clean sweep here at South Alabama.
All right, folks, next week I'll have bad picks cut and ready for us next week after week 1 of college football across the board.
That's assuming that we made bad picks.
Yeah, but see, that's why he didn't do it this week, because we're good.
Yeah, that's why he didn't do it.
I mean, the worst record, 9-2.
Well,
you need your picks, listen here. We'll give them to you.
You all missed Florida State.
I guess the pick,
everybody missed Florida State.
I guess the pickaxe quote is getting cut next week.
That's right.
Well, I was hoping I didn't have it on the big screen. That's why Tom, I need you on the big screen to say that. But all right, so we'll be back in a minute at ktcbroadcasting.com.
Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop has some employment opportunities. They now have job openings for auto technicians, detail techs, and lube techs. Just apply at Oak Grove Auto Sales. And now on the lot, check out a 2013 Scion XD Sport hatchback with automatic transmission and sale price to just $84.95. That's Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road in Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com and like them on Facebook too.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Ready to go under the green flag.
Regular season concludes at the track Too Tough to Tame.
One car in the wall up against turn number 4. Looks like Martin Truex Jr. may have caught the fence.
Who will secure the final spots into the playoffs?
Checkered flag in the air here at Michigan. Tyler Reddick all in.
It's the Cookout Southern 500.
Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock. Carolina Country WCSL. 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
The Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 3.9% APR financing and up to $3,500 cash with approved credit for qualified buyers. But that's not all. Suzuki Fest is underway with 2.9% APR financing for 36 months for qualified buyers. And get the hottest ride of the summer with the Yamaha Slingshot with no money down or 5.99% APR financing for qualified buyers or $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Country Camping Corner in Kings Mountain is celebrating 40 years in business. In 2023, they were named North Carolina's #1 dealer in North Carolina. And to celebrate, they're offering big red hot deals for the summer. Come in and shop their inventory and make them an offer. That's right, make them an offer. You can save thousands of dollars, up to $10,000 or even more. Plus, financing is available. Don't wait. Someone may buy your camper. Make them an offer and save today at Country Camping Corner, 101 Oak Grove at the Highway 74 bypass intersection in Kings Mountain. Online at countrycamping.com. Over 10,000 square feet of fun. We're talking about Nuggets Power Sports on South York Road, Highway 321 South in Gastonia. At Nuggets Power Sports, you'll find ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, and UTVs. All top-of-the-line brands, including Trailmaster, Apollo, Victory, and Lynn High. And they offer financing by Linmark and Southern Lawns. Get free 90-day layaway, plus they have a complete parts and service department. Shop 10,000 square feet of fun at Nuggets Power Sports, 5001 York Highway 321 South in Gastonia. Call 704-830-8137. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 7, Saturday 10 to 5. Find them on Facebook, too.
Sism & Son Paint and Body Shop wishes all Cleveland County High School football teams a successful season. A local family-owned business for 26 years, Sism & Son offers auto and truck body repair and painting, motorcycle refinishing, and dent removal. They're known for the quality of their work, their experienced staff, and their dedication to customers. In their own words, we work for our customers, not for the insurance companies. We have your best interest in mind. Call 704-730-0050 or stop by 2027 Shelby Road, Kings Mountain. They're there when you need them.
Thank you. Let me try. And welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the Gang. They're going to talk about some more sports.
There you go. Some more sports.
All right, NFL football time.
How about them Cowboys?
We got to make our picks.
How about them Cowboys?
Both with usually. Look, all right, we got a frapping text in the middle of the week this week from Ying Yang over here. The Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. They signed Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, $1,000 rusher.
1,000-yard rusher.
That's almost as bad as me saying Leonard Fournette was going to be the difference maker in a game for a team he wasn't even running for last year.
Everybody sat back this past week, even me, worrying about the Cowboys, and all of a sudden, CD Lamb signs. We go get Dalvin Cook.
I wasn't worried about
that. And I'm sitting here. Well, no, here's the problem. I'm sitting here at this time, and I'm telling the world, look, now, you think Dak's worrying now? No, Dak's got another guy in the backfield. He's got a receiver. I mean, his problems have just become nothing.
Hey, Terry, if Dalvin Cook averages more than 2 yards a carry this year, I will buy you a six-pack of whatever you want to drink.
Dalvin Cook will be 1,000-yard rusher.
You're crazy.
That's the better bet.
He just come off of Minnesota over 1,000 yards when he was playing. Everybody in the world wanted. He wanted to go to Dallas last year.
I got a couple quick questions, Tom, for you. Has there been a week go by where he hasn't predicted the Cowboys would win the Super Bowl?
No.
That's right, because we believe.
So, again, remember.
We believe.
Every week
kids believe in Santa Claus,
every week he predicts he's going to win. Tom, he just sucks.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't you just bust every little young person in the world?
For those kids listening on the air, we can neither confirm nor deny the existence of St. Nicholas. All right.
I know Santa Claus existed. He went out there and brought in CD Lamb. He went and brought Dalvin Cook.
So we golly, all I want to do is ask two questions.
And Tom messes everything up.
And this is trying to get on Terry, but Tom, good job.
He messed up last week. Remember his stuff last week? He messed up on that. We had to shut him up.
Will you shut up so he can ask the question?
All right. So he tells us every week they're going to win, right? I clearly remember the last few weeks, months, that he's been telling us that the other washed-up running back, who they made change his number, was so good that he had to change his number, was going to lead the team to the Super Bowl.
We got 2,000-yard rushers now.
Why are they signing another running back who's going to rush for $1,000, like he said?
He'll get that $1,000.
Terry,
go ahead, Tom. Answer this.
What is with these people?
They're crazy. They're delusional.
Terry, can I ask let me ask Terry a simple question. If Dalvin Cook is so good, why was nobody else out there signing him? Why was there not any kind of competition to sign him if he's going to be this fantastic 1,000-yard rusher?
I remember when Henry was first on out there, nobody wanted him.
Who?
Henry. I mean, Baltimore ended up getting him. But when he was out there, nobody wanted him.
That is completely different. You're saying nobody wanted Derrick Henry. You're seriously saying that right now?
That's what I'm saying.
No.
His agent, when he was going somewhere, and Dallas just never went to look at him to ask.
I yield my time.
So Dalvin Cook's last year, 15 games, 1 start, 214 yards. Year before that, 17 games, 1,100 yards. First 2 years in the season, didn't get 1,000. He did have 1, 2, 3, 4 straight thousands. Then the year, I guess he got hurt or whatever. After that, had 13 touchdowns back in 2019 and 16.
Who was he with last year?
20. Nobody.
He's with the Jets.
He wanted to go
to Jets for a little bit last year.
Yeah, but he wanted to go to Dallas.
Those stats were Jets stats.
Not from last year, from the year before.
From last year he got hurt. Okay. He was he's on the roster for 15 games. He started one game.
Okay.
Yeah, if he's so good, why are
67 carries last year for the Jets?
Yeah, if he's so good, why is he sitting on the bench for a juggernaut of the Jets team that
the Jets will be pretty good this year.
But I mean if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy.
Aaron Rodgers, he would take Dalvin Cook right now.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
He would.
Which is why their team didn't re-sign him.
Right.
All
right, so
they might have signed him for $1,000.
Yeah, $1,000, kid.
We've got some more
$1. That'd be $1 a carry.
We've got some more footage of the backup quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
God, please.
All right, go ahead and hit
Come
it.
on.
Remember the time you played your best football game of your life? Yes, sir. Remember the time after that victory you went to CC Pizza and celebrated with the boys?
CC Pizza.
Feel it in your heart, man. It's a long way
He
back to
said, remember that time y'all went to CC's Pizza and celebrated with your boys.
Every guy on that team got a lot of money.
He's the backup.
I know. He's your leader. He is Cleveland's leader.
All right, I remember. Let's go. Family number 3. 1, 2, 3, boom. Tell yourself this. You deserve
This is a
it.
montage of his pregame speeches and the losses they took.
You done paid so many dues. Hey, but never lose your cool. Just all the time. My little cousin ain't coming, but you deserve it. You deserve it, all right? Every day you go out there, lay it on the line. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care if you here tomorrow. I don't care if you here next week. We need to get a W in our house. We need to get a W. The last thing you put on film is a W. Think about that. That's the mentality that you gotta have. We go out here and win. I guarantee you gonna find a home. You hear me? But today is all we got. Today we all we got. So go out there and lay it on the line for your brother. All right, bring it up. Yes, sir. Yeah, I love it. And start with us and finish with us. Us on 3. 1, 2, 3. Us. Yeah.
That's 27-12.
The message is simple. Be obsessed with your opportunity. All of us that came from wherever we from.
Why is he talking, Tom?
We got right now.
It is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I hope he talks before they play the Cowboys.
Because I know we're a team.
That's the first thing that's made sense he said all day.
All right, when I say one of my dogs,
He's out here telling these guys, go out there and bust your head open while I'm sitting over here holding his clipboard.
Right. No, I'm about to spell the Browns out. I know we one team. I'm going to spell the Browns.
Hey, you are.
Put my B-R-O-W-N.
Who, Dogs 2024, Tommy! Are you pumped about the backup quarterback's leadership abilities?
There were trade rumors because they kept 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah, this week he was on trading block.
No, from what I understand,
and they cut Huntley, right?
They weren't shopping him. They were like, let's see who calls. And he's better than Huntley. I mean, so they thought that they could trade him to the Chargers, but then some Heineke, whatever his name was, the guy for the Redskins went out there, so that kind of closed that trade door because there was some kind of relationship between Huntley and the offensive coordinator out there. So I can't connect all the dots, but he was supposed to go to the Chargers. That fell through, so they were holding on to him, and I think one of their backup running backs they were going to re-sign. So I think they had a good relationship with that running back and said, look, because they only kept 2. They only kept Ford and Strong.
I think so.
And Chubb is on they got somebody list, the pup list and all this other stuff.
Yeah, he's not even playing.
So they, what'd you say?
He's not even going to play in game.
No, he's not going to play. No. So I think what it was is, okay, this fell through. Okay, just hang out because you're going to get re-signed. Whether we trade this guy or cut him, you're going to get re-signed.
Yeah.
So that's what their calculus was, and that's what played out with Huntley.
Here's my question, and beyond the silliness and the borderline absurdity of the clip you just showed.
Yeah,
Tom, just in regards to locker room dynamics, what does this say that he's one?
But Chip, these are grown men. So I mean, I think they probably just like, this guy is what he is.
But what does it say, the fact that he's the one doing the talking and not your $100 million quarterback?
Try 240.
Yeah, exactly. At least.
So I mean, to me, I don't really. You see, the word on the street is, Chip, is everybody loves this guy. I mean, they actually love
that's
the
what
guy.
I'm saying. You have to not love that.
It's not like a derogatory thing. I don't think the guys in the locker room mind. I just like.
He's a fun airhead, not a useful jerk.
Right. He's kind of like
jerk,
he's just
okay.
He's a goofball.
So I just think he is, and it's just one of those things where, he might. He's led the league in passing one year, didn't he?
Yeah,
I mean, so
5,000.
I'm not saying he can't
30 interceptions, but 5,000 yards.
I mean,
the list is like Dan Marino, Drew Brees, Jameis Winston.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's really it's one of those.
I'm telling you, he has not reached his ceiling of his life's calling, though. He and Xavier Legette are meant to have a podcast together.
He's gonna be a coach.
I'm going to push that.
He'll be a coach.
Well, I will say one thing about him. I give him all the credit for what he did. He lost his starting position, and then he stayed with a team for $1 million. A lot of people would have said, no, I'm not doing this. So to me, he's showing me he loves the game, wants to be around the game. But to lead your team in this talks, I have a hard time with that. I know everybody in the locker room probably loved the guy, but I cannot see me getting in the middle of a huddle telling everybody around to go out there and get your head beat in while I stand over here and hold a clipboard.
But he was playing a lot in the preseason, too. He was actually played a good bit in the preseason.
I just want to know, where's Deshaun? You literally showed us where Deshaun was last week. He's outside the circle.
Listen, some people, I would have been Deshaun, too. I can't.
Is he just kind of the quiet leader?
I'll defend Deshaun on that, man. I wasn't getting in the huddle hype, guys. I was just concentrating, walking around, worried about my job and what to do.
He's just kind of
I'll give him credit on that one.
Lead by example.
Kind of like a starting pitcher mentality, a lot
or
of,
Jeter.
Like a lot of pitchers, you can't even talk to them.
Yeah,
they'll tell you, like Chris, I couldn't talk. You couldn't talk to him on game day. Like joke, nothing. Don't even speak to him. Mm-hmm. So a lot of them are crazy like that. But what I don't understand, Tom, is please explain to me why this young man right here is not capable of playing football on Sunday.
I'm not a doctor. I just don't. I mean,
Nick Chubb is squatting 7,000 pounds in this video. But
self-explanatory.
But he can't take 15 carries on Sunday.
I was going to tell you.
That's self-explanatory.
Those aren't real weights, Kevin. That's all inflatable right there.
Okay.
Look at that.
I'm just going to tell you, that man would kill you. I mean,
well, I'm going to tell you right now, he understands. This young man right here understands.
That man would just kill you with his bare hands. If there's one person that you would not fight, I'd say Nick Chubb. I was like, no way.
No, that's the difference in where you're losing what you're thinking. Because
what are you talking about?
This young man right here knows there's no way in the world he can even stand up to Micah Parsons. He can't even be in the same game with Micah Parsons.
Oh, my gosh.
Because Micah Parsons knows how to do anything.
This is why.
And he's going to take that young man to school, and this young man got hurt, saying, you know what, I'm not playing in game one.
On Facebook, this is why you delete your Cowboys followers, because you'll start arguing with them like that is the most stupidest, ridiculous thing I've ever said. Because Nick Chubb is the hardest working lunch pail guy, not afraid of anything.
Micah Parsons will take him out.
Who's not even a run stopper. He's a pass rusher. It's got nothing to do with it. It makes no sense.
No, Micah Parsons boxes. He does all kind of stuff.
It's Cowboys insanity. I mean, it's just crazy. We believe. Why? You haven't been to the Super Bowl in 37 years.
When's the last time Cleveland ever made it?
They haven't been to the NFC
that's right.
Game.
Y'all never touched a piece of grass.
But we're not predicting the Super Bowl winners because we signed Dalvin Cook.
Point, Kevin.
We got Nick Chubb squatting 7,000 pounds.
It's
Dalvin Cook.
It's so hard to do the show every week. I mean,
once the NFL season rolls around.
It's just, look, dude. I mean, there's nothing really to talk
about.
Go ahead
and pull for your Browns when you're 0-1. Come back and talk to me the next week.
Now, I will say this. What makes me nervous about Cleveland is they got offensive line issues, okay? They got Wills and Conklin and some guys that are banged up. And Jones coming off injury. You don't want to have offensive tackle issues. They had 2 backup tackles hurt in one preseason game. I think one of them's come back. But offensive line, I'm a little worried about. I know that Chubb's not going to play. I'm worried. I haven't seen Deshaun Watson take a snap in the preseason.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be the problem because you know what? Jameis Winston's going to be your starter.
And you've got Judy coming in who thinks going to make a difference. But I just haven't seen any. I mean, there's flaws. Sometimes they say they get more out of the joint practices than they do the preseason. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not an NFL coach. I'm not petitioning to be one. But I just think, what's his name? Andy Reid out there in Kansas City. Mahomes plays every preseason, right?
He does.
Mm-hmm.
And they guys winning Super Bowls, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that's what you need to do. I know the guy's coming off an injury.
Hey.
But I just don't like if you haven't taken a snap.
Yep.
I just don't like it. I might be wrong though.
I
hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
I don't think that's a wrong mentality, especially look, you've got the back-to-back Super Bowl champions with the best quarterback in the league right now. I might pay attention with one of the best head coaches of all time. Yeah, I might pay a little bit of attention to how they do things and maybe glean a thing or two.
I'm not saying
is
that
he on
needs,
the PUP list or something? Like, why is he saying they might miss 4 games?
Because if you're on the PUP list and you're not taken off by opening day, you have to be on there. But it's all this like this wrangling to like, if I put this guy on this list and that list, then I can have this guy and that guy. I mean, it's really you need
to
to
miss the quarter of the season with a guy that's squatting.
Well, they're figuring
that was all inflatable balloons, Kevin.
A quarter of the season.
Kevin, pull up the Browns schedule. And their first 4 games, I think they got Denver. They got the Cowboys. There's a couple of other. They don't have any division games. The first 4 games.
Cowboys, Jaguars, Giants, Raiders, Commanders, then Eagles, then the Bengals.
Yeah, they're hoping, like I say, that really.
The
Eagles
6 non-divisional games.
Right. They don't have any divisional games for a while, so that might play into the calculus a little bit.
And along with the teams that they're playing.
Commanders stink.
Yeah, but the Jaguars were a playoff team recently.
Yeah.
I mean, so they'll be good. The Giants are one of the worst in football. The Commanders, we don't know what they got.
Raiders.
The Raiders are supposed to be bottom feeders.
The Jaguars are a little Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know what you're going to get.
You don't know what you're going to get. I mean, the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are too, because the Cowboys do have some talent.
Well,
but
Cowboys better than all those teams.
You don't know.
Yeah, the Cowboys are the best team out of this group.
Yeah, the Cowboys are the best team they face.
I can't believe
Cowboys are the best team of the last 3 years.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, I mean, we've won 36 games. Name me another team that's won 36 games in regular season.
Yeah, how many of those were in the Super Bowl?
Name me another one.
I don't even know if they keep that stat of that track.
Yeah.
Track of that stat.
That's what I'm saying.
Stat of that track. We're spitting rhymes this morning.
Over the last 3 years, name me another.
I don't know, Terry, off the top of the head.
That's the same thing. Like when I say Cleveland's won the most games in Major League Baseball, he's quick to say, well, how many World Series you won? I mean, so why does he bring up the own stat for his own team?
I don't know.
Like we win the games that really don't matter, but when it matters, we get beat like by Green Bay at home, right?
Let's pick some games.
In the playoff by Jordan Love.
A rookie quarterback.
Forgot about that one, didn't you?
I keep forgetting, don't we?
Yeah,
We're talking
forgot about
Cleveland.
that one, didn't you?
We're talking about Cleveland.
Remember, they cut Romo.
Well, they appreciate y'all, though, Terry. Y'all got Jordan Love a big payday.
Dak's already lost to Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love, and then he got him paid. Good job, Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I'm sure that Jordan Love sent Jerry Jones a thank you card after that. Say,
All right, let's make some picks.
Payday.
Ravens and Chiefs. Thursday night football, 8 o'clock. Chiefs favored by 3. Tommy, I'll let you start it off.
Well, only reason I know that Baltimore will be pretty good. Chiefs at home, though. You got to like the Chiefs.
Terry.
You can't go there. Baltimore wins.
Chip.
I'm going to say I don't think the Chiefs are going to be ready for this game. I'm going to go Baltimore.
What did you just say? You just bragged on Andy Reid, and then you said the Chiefs aren't ready for the game.
I know. I know.
How could you say that?
I'm gonna say that.
Chip, you need to run for office.
Yeah.
I mean, you just said the exact opposite of what you just said 2 minutes ago.
I'm gonna go Chiefs on this one.
They're not.
There we are.
They're not ready for this. They got the best
Lamar
coach
Jackson, the
in the
number
I think Andy Reid will be ready, but I don't know about the whole team. I don't know about the players.
Friday night football in the
my
NFL.
God.
Packers at Eagles. That's what Will said. He's gonna have to watch some
Where are they playing?
Packers
this
and
one?
Eagles.
Where are they
Packers at Eagles.
Is there a special location for that? Nope.
Why would it be special? Is there? A
Sometimes they
special?
do that.
Corinthians Arena in Sao Paulo.
I told you.
What does that mean?
They're in Brazil.
No, it is a Brazil game. That's right.
the Brazil game.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Tom?
I don't know. Why they're playing
I'm on
Friday
this show
night.
for my expertise.
All right.
Because y'all don't know anything.
And his humility.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
You don't have a pickaxe. Here's Norm.
Yeah. Norm's coming for you, boy. Coming for you.
He would get his butt kicked by Yosef.
and Micah Parsons.
All right, Packers and Eagles. Tom, you got in Brazil.
I'm gonna go Eagles on this one.
Terry.
Yeah, there's no love lost over there, so the Eagles win.
Great dad joke.
Chip.
I'm gonna go Eagles.
Packers are the better team. Packers with a W in Brazil for me. Steelers Sunday. First game Sunday. Well, a lot of games Sunday at 1 o'clock. Steelers and Falcons. Falcons favored at home by 3 over the Steelers.
Falcons are favored over the Steelers?
I'll start the Kirk Cousins era at home against the against Russell Wilson. Absolutely, give me the Falcons.
Have they declared Russell Wilson the starter?
Yes,
Yeah,
they have.
starter.
He is starting week 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
You thought
That's
Justin
simple.
Fields was going to be?
That's what I said.
There was talk that Fields was going to start, guys.
Justin Fields, he can't win 20% of his games.
Just for the record, Terry, how many wins did you say that the Cowboys had in the past 3 years?
Whatever lie he told.
Well, probably 36.
The
In regular season?
Yeah. The Chiefs have 37. Thanks.
Okay. Oh, Super Bowl. It took a Super Bowl champions to have more.
So you just asked the question.
There you
Anybody
go.
not beat the Steelers? Steelers and Falcons. Chip, you picked that one yet?
I picked the Falcons. I picked Kirk Cousins.
Terry, who'd you hit?
There's no way Russell Wilson to destroy Cousins.
Yeah, I'm like your confidence.
Steelers.
Russell Wilson.
Tommy?
Let's go Falcons. Everybody's saying the Steelers, their luck has run out this year. We'll see.
Tomlin usually starts off slow for some reason. I'm going to go Falcons on this one. I hate picking the Atlanta Falcons in anything, by the way.
Yeah, I don't
just
blame
want to
you.
say that out loud before this bad pick. I just said that against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cardinals, Tom's favorite quarterback, Kyler Murray, go see Mr. Allen and the Bills. Josh Allen favored by 6 at home in Orchard Park. Chip?
Watch for the upset here with the Cardinals, but I'm gonna stick with the Bills.
Bills.
Yeah, I like the Bills, too. Does that say 65 degrees?
Yes, Bills, 65 degrees in Orchard Park.
Beautiful day.
It's going to be 70 degrees in Chicago on Sunday as the Titans visit the Bears. Bears favored by 4.5. I guess this is Caleb Williams' debut. And who's quarterbacking for the Titans now?
Is it
The young
Will Levis?
We'll look at the depth chart real quick. Levis and Mason Rudolph is his backup.
Oh, Lordy.
And former Cowboy Tony Pollard is your starting
So you got
running back.
Will Levis versus Caleb Williams in this one, boys. This is a gambler's dream. Tommy, what you got on this one?
Oh, let's go Bears. They're at home.
Terry?
No, Titans.
Chip?
I'm gonna say this just so I can say, "Duh, Bears."
Where did Tannehill end up?
Retired? I don't know.
I'm down. Let's do some research.
I'm going to go Titans in this, Terry. I'm not picking the quarterback with painted fingernails and cries to his mama when he loses to win his first NFL
Chip,
game.
you take the Bears.
I did.
Levis has got a little experience. He played 7 or 8 games last year.
last year. Yeah.
Patriots at Bengals. New England's not been. They picked Jared Stidham to start over Drake May.
Bengals.
Yeah, any team that's got quarterback issues, I'm not picking them Bengals at home.
I thought Brissett was there.
Yeah, that's who I said.
Yeah, okay.
I said Stidham, Brissett. Yeah, it was the state player.
So Brissett is starting.
Brissett starting over.
Wow.
Over Drake May.
I like Jacoby though. I tell you what, he's a locker room guy. Yeah. He's a professional.
He's a gamer.
I like his attitude.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, I like. And I tell you what, if it's 3rd and 1, forget it.
Matt Brown should be ashamed of himself.
I'm not going to pick him over Joe Burrow though. I'm going to go with the Bengals.
I think Bengals all across the board on this one.
Ryan Tannehill is
picking that.
Tom, to answer your question, Ryan Tannehill is a free agent right now.
Wow.
Texans favored by 3 at Indianapolis. Favored by 3 at Indianapolis.
So you mean to tell me they don't know that Anthony Richardson's going to start?
No, they've been arguing over the depth chart. Let's see if they've named Flacco the starter yet. No, they hadn't named him yet the starter, but they've been talking about it. That Richardson might not. He throws 2 or 3 picks. Flacco might be in there pretty quick.
I mean, what's his? What kind of a leash does he have? So?
Yeah. So they're Texans favored by 3. C.J. Stroud and company. Tommy.
CJ gets the win on the road.
Terry?
Indianapolis is going to pull this out. I think you had your dream season last year, and you're going to fall back this year.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Everybody loved the Texans last year. I think they're going to have a sophomore. Stroud's going to have a little bit of a sophomore slump. I'm going with the Colts.
Tom, I believe in your Ohio State quarterback.
He's good.
That he can beat this terrible Florida quarterback.
He's good.
Unless Joe Flacco comes in for victory. But I'm going to go with the Texans.
What's the line in that one?
3. Texans favored by 3 on the road. 49.5 is the over-under.
If you don't know who your quarterback is, how you going to win a game?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Trevor Lawrence goes to see Tua Tagovailoa. Did I not get that right?
Close enough.
You might as well say both of them playing at home.
Miami, it's in Florida.
Yeah.
85 degrees. Miami Dolphins are 3.5-point favorites over the Jaguars. Can the Jaguars stop Tyreek Hill in the game? Chip, I'll let you start it off.
I'm going with Tua and the Dolphins.
I've also got Tua and the Dolphins.
Miami.
If Peterson has Trevor's
I don't like picking 4 across, and I'm definitely not picking Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I was
the Dolphins go Tyreek Hill.
If Doug Peterson has Trevor Lawrence's head screwed on straight, watch out for an upset there.
I don't know if this is the nominee for the game in hell this week. It's a nominee because the next one's pretty bad too. But Panthers go to the Saints this week. Saints favored by 4 in Nowlands in the Dome. Terry?
This is where I'm picking the Panthers. I think they're going to go down there and be 1-0 on the year.
Derek Carr against Bryce Young. Tommy, who you got?
I'm not picking Bryce Young. Saints.
Yeah. Same. He's not. I hope I'm wrong, but Bryce hasn't proved it to me yet in the regular season. He's going to.
I'm going to go Saints at home in the Dome to start the season. Now, Terry, who's quarterbacking for the Vikings and Giants Sunday?
I know the answer to this.
I don't know the answer to either one of them.
I know the answer. Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones.
Sam Darnold against Daniel Jones.
This is the worst game of the week.
Yes, folks. If you and your loved ones are in hell this week,
you're going to be watching.
You're at 1 o'clock. You're going to pick up the Vikings Giants.
You're going to be watching.
And then at
this.
4 o'clock, they're going to show it on repeat.
Yeah.
And then at 8 o'clock, they're going to show it on repeat again.
They're going to flip between this and the O.J. Simpson trial, right?
Vikings favored by 1. Tommy, who you got?
These are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Who'd you say was quarterback of the
It's
Vikings?
Sam Darnold against.
He did pretty well last year. He played for him last year, didn't he?
Daniel Jones.
I guess I'll go with the Vikings. I mean, the Giants, everybody says they're the worst team in the league. They don't even have Saquon anymore, do they?
No. Giants win.
I'm actually going to go with the skilled players of the Vikings. Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson go Vikings. If Darnold can get the frapping ball to him.
Vikings for the win. Vikings for the win on this one. The Raiders at the Chargers. Chargers. Tom's favorite coach is there, leading the league. They're favored by 3 at home against the Raiders. That's really low there, I would think. Terry, what you got in this one?
The Chargers. No trouble.
Tommy?
Raiders. Unless Jim Harbaugh, stole their signs. Then I'd go with the Chargers.
Harbaugh wins his debut with the Chargers.
I go Chargers on this one as well. Broncos and Seahawks. Who's quarterbacking in this one, too?
Knicks and Geno.
Yeah, I know. Seattle.
This is the 4 o'clock game in hell. Terry goes Seahawks?
Yes.
Chip.
Give me the Seahawks. Yeah, I don't trust both.
Yeah, Seahawks.
Seahawks across the board for me.
Geno's turned out to be pretty solid.
He's not been bad the past couple years.
No, I don't think Geno is solid. I think his receivers are good.
Got Gardner Minshew on the other side.
Lockett and Metcalf will make
Minshew's out there now?
Minshew's the starting quarterback for the no, I'm sorry. For the that's the previous game. He's starting for the Raiders.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Minshew is going to start?
That's what they've got on the depth chart right now.
Ooh, I love Minshew.
There ever was a name, journeyman.
Devontae Adams is questionable. He is the new Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I like Minshew. Let's see. Cowboys and Browns 425. Cleveland, without Nick Chubb, Tommy, is favored by 2.5.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, that's because
Terry, explain that one, Mr.
Because
Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Why aren't y'all favored?
We don't have to be favored. It's going to be
That's not
favored
what I
at the
asked.
end.
That's not the question. Aren't you favored?
Well, picking the Browns, even though I'm worried about their offensive line and their running back situation. And Denzel Ward may not play.
Chip.
I think Dalvin Cook's going to be the difference in this game. I am going to pick the Cowboys.
Terry.
Well, y'all, you knew my answer. Cowboys.
Tom, I don't feel good with that Nick Chubb. I'm going to go with the Cowboys on this one opening day.
And the Browns have won. I mean, the Browns have won one opening day game since they came back in the league in '99. I mean, again, I can't believe they're 2.5 point favorite.
I'm just disgusted. Nick Chubb's missing 4 games. He can squat that. Like I told you a couple weeks ago. Don't tell me he's not playing week 1, and now they're not playing week 4.
I did.
Tom's the one that picked the Browns.
Yes. Commanders and Buccaneers. Buccaneers favored by 3.5 at home over the Commanders. Chip.
I see Baker Mayfield regressing a little bit this year, and I am a Jalen Daniels fan. So, Commanders.
Didn't Baker Mayfield have his best year last year?
He did.
So you're hating on the quarterbacks that have had good years, and you're just banking on them having bad years after their good years. It's like, he had a great year last year. He's going to suck this year.
I just said regress. I didn't say he was going to suck. I just said regress.
Give me the Buccaneers at home.
I'm also taking the Buccaneers.
Rams. Lions.
Who'd you pick?
Oh, sorry. Bucks. Terry, if you see Commanders on that list, just write down the other team.
I'm with you a little bit of that.
Whatever I'm picking.
I'm probably going up to watch the Cleveland game up there.
Oh, that has to be the most god-awful, ugly combination of colors between the brown and the maroon and the orange and the yellow and all that. Look like
Who's that?
Browns and Commanders.
Oh,
the colors look like a fall. It looked like a fall afternoon. They got all the leaf colors.
Kevin's favorite time of
They
year.
got all the leaf colors. Yeah. No more fun. Yeah. It's the sign of fun to end. Rams at Lions. Speaking of no fun, Detroit.
Lions.
This is going to be I hope this is a fun game to watch.
This is the Jared Goff Bowl, isn't it?
Yeah.
Speaking of Goff, I've got a question for you guys. Y'all remember the butt fumble, right? Y'all remember the butt fumble, right?
Oh my God!
So what do y'all call this?
The crotch rocket.
Wow! Oh my God! How did I miss that play last year? Oh my God! Look at that.
Last year it just happened. I think a couple days ago.
Was that preseason?
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It was just tweeted because they were talking about. They said Mark Sanchez gave us the butt fumble. Jared Goff gives us the blank pick. So there you go, Tom. And y'all just picked him. He threw a pick with his manhood.
Now, I hope he had on his cup. Did he have on his cup? I mean, the way he reacted, I think he had the cup on.
Between that and that Olympic pole vaulter, there's been a lot of.
That Olympic pole vaulter just made every man in the face of the planet feel inferior. I'm just going to go and tell you.
Tell number 98 there to wipe that ball off first before he takes his gloves off.
All right. Who did y'all pick between the lines?
Lions.
Lions.
Anybody else go?
Tom?
No,
Lions.
I'll go with the upset. I'll go with the Rams.
All right.
Then we still have one more.
Last game of the week, Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets face the 49ers. No spread as of, it is 3.5. Sorry. 3.5 point spread for the 49ers.
49ers. Aaron Rodgers, you'll be 0-1.
I'm going to go with the Jets in a mild upset.
I think I'm going to go with you. I think to stick with my theory of the good quarterbacks last year regressing a little bit. I don't know how Purdy's going to do this first game.
All right, I've got 49ers. I think they're the best team in football, so I'm going to go with them.
Arguably, yes.
Yes, if Purdy plays well.
Especially since Ayuk, they got that straightened out.
All right, I got a couple of fun things before we get out of here. We didn't get to baseball and stuff today, but I'm going to go through some fun tweets. Here's a tidbit thinking about Michael Jordan's career. Let's just delete his career from 84 to 93 like it didn't exist, okay? Take all the failures and greatness and the MVPs and take all that away up until 93. Imagine today that a 31-year-old AAA baseball player decided to join an NBA roster that's 34-31 with 17 games remaining, and he takes over as a primary option on that team while averaging 27, 7, and 5, landing the 11th in MVP voting in only whatever how many
17 games.
17 games.
Yeah.
He goes on to lose in the second round to the roster for Shaq and Penny, and then the next year comes back and sweeps them with the best record in NBA history. Just think about that for a second.
Yeah, you didn't give...
On his way to winning two MVPs, 2 Finals MVPs, top 6 Defensive Player of the Year voting, beating 2 teams with Hall of Famers, 7 MVP candidates, and then saying, I'm out again. So what if what if Tim Tebow at age 31 started playing in the NBA? And that's somebody's post about exactly how... The second three-peat, how impressive that was after that. This is a let's see if I can get. I don't know if I can get the audio right.
In the leg against the best hitter. Now the 1-2, and that just missed.
Now watch this. What, Tom? What'd you say?
How's that not a strike?
Because there's a foot inside. Now watch this, and this is Greg Maddux admitting that it was a foot inside.
It's his pitch, and see right here, I'm locked up. Oh, he's a technician, though, man. He's so great.
Probably a strike to the other 100 guys in the league, but not Barry.
Watch Barry.
That's a ball. He knows it.
Because I can see where it's at.
Yeah, that's my point. I don't know how Maddux does his
right.
zone.
I talked about this with my brother-in-law who's is assistant baseball coach at RS Central. And he said, we talked about Maddux. Everybody talks about Mariano Rivera's cutter as one of the greatest single pitches of all time. But 2 strikes, right-handed batter, Maddox's 2-seamer backdoor on the outside corner for a called third strike. Tell me that's not one of the best pitches of all time. Because that was his out pitch. That backdoor 2-seamer on the outside corner to a right-handed hitter.
I can't get it to reset. Well, here's Robin talking about LeBron.
To that comparison, or what does it have to take before we start to say LeBron and Mike, you can make a comparison?
Well, it's really not a comparison. I'm just saying, if LeBron was playing in the late 80s and the early 90s, he was just an average player.
Wow.
I mean, but to do what Micah has done, I mean, dude, seriously, Micah did what he did. It was more charisma. It was more articulate and stuff like that. LeBron is more like, boom, okay? There ain't no flash to his game.
What do you think?
Rodman talking about that. Scotty Scheffler, one of the cops that didn't have his body cam on, has been arrested himself for pocketing $4,000 in money seized from a suspect that he booked in jail without his thing on. So that whole story was a little bit fishy. Tom, this ain't sports wise, but you'll like this if you Planet of the Apes fans. Those astronauts stuck in space. If we'll buy about 8 billion ape costumes, we can pull the biggest prank of all time. But you only really need about 20, because wherever they're gonna land, if everybody's sitting there in ape costumes, that would be the fun.
That's a scary thing, though, y'all. They talking about them being there to February now.
Yeah, you didn't even give Terry though a chance to. The Royals took 3 out of 4 from the Indians, and it was just
Danny Jansen catches for the Blue Jays.
And they lost 2 straight.
Yeah. and the Red Sox
in the same game.
On June 26th, Danny Jansen caught for the Blue Jays and Red Sox, and yesterday the game was resumed, and he's the first player in Major League history to play for both teams.
I heard that.
In the same game.
That's pretty neat. They need to turn that scorecard into the Hall of Fame.
NBA talk about 3-point shooters nowadays. Today, 36%. In 1990s, it was 34.7%. So they make 1 3 out of every 100, and you're going to tell me you're better shooters than today.
Well, don't forget, your Curry guy is making.
He's making that one extra 3.
Yeah, $62.5 million.
I'm just calling. I just birdied the first.
All right, so this one's for Chip and all those golf fans out there. Y'all ready?
You have to restart it.
You ready, Terry? All right, here we go.
Hey, Bob, I'm just calling. I just birdied the first hole. I'm wondering what the course record is.
He's calling the pro at in the pro shop.
The what? What do you mean?
The course record. Do you know what it is? I just birdied the first.
You're the guy that just went out?
Yeah, 620.
Okay. I saw you tee off. You got nothing to worry about.
What do you mean?
I saw you tee off, but that swing, we're not gonna have to worry about it.
Well, can you tell me the number at least?
I got things to do.
62. Okay. Well, do you want me to call you after 9?
No, I prefer you didn't.
Okay. I'll call you later.
No, that's all right.
Okay. Bye. What do you mean with that swing?
I love it. It's the most honest golf superintendent of all time. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Saturday Morning Sports Talk, KDCBroadcasting.com.
Not one, but 2 big truckloads of GE scratch and dented appliances have arrived at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shawming. And it's a truckload of all kinds of appliances. They've got washers, dryers, refrigerators, freezers, and more. Come check them out. It all comes with full factory warranty. And you save from 50 to